The General Motors Hour. General Motors Holdens, through the Macquarie Network and cooperating stations in all states, present Be Your Age, starring Maddie Head. This is John Deese introducing our play. Tonight we go to comedy and a middle-class home in the state of Ohio, where a normally peaceful family finds itself disrupted by the unexpected engagement of one of Archibald K. Holly's daughters. It's not the fact that she's become engaged, it's who she's got herself engaged to that sends the family into uproar and Mr. Holly nearly to apoplexy. In this piece of finely constructed comedy, we star Maddie Head as Gwendolen, the girl who causes the trouble, with Derek Barnes, Leonard Bullen, Fifi Banvard, John Hewitt, Jan Coughlin, and Reginald Collins. The play will be produced by Harry Harper. Ladies and gentlemen, Act 1 of the General Motors Hour production of Be Your Age.
Lois,
Come into the living room, Bob.
Huh?
Oh, Bob, I've got something awful to tell you.
Oh, who's dead?
Nobody. Why?
Did you or did you not telephone my mother saying you wanted to see me on a matter of life or death?
Oh, now, don't kid. This is awfully serious.
Listen, Lois, my mother's got a magnificent lunch cooling off.
Bob, are you determined to get married?
Did you get me over here to ask a fool question like that?
It's not foolish. Wouldn't you prefer to stay a bachelor?
Your sister Gwen might have something to say about that. We're sort of committed.
I'm afraid you're under a slight misapprehension.
What? Well, how come?
Gwen is committed, but not to you.
You mean she's run off from college and got married?
No, not married, just engaged.
Just engaged? Who to?
Some cluck named Elliot Spurgeon. She's driving home from Columbus with him this morning. She wired.
Probably some hefty athlete who swept her off her feet at a fraternity dance.
It's a scandal to treat you like this when you've been going together for so long, brushing you off like last year's snakeskin.
Well, I'm not going to take this as final. No college jerk is going to cut into my girl.
It may not be easy if Gwendolyn's made up her mind. You know how obstinate she is.
So am I. Think that's her? I don't want to meet her until I've thought out what to say.
If she wouldn't ring the bell, she'd walk straight in. Anyway, I left the door open. Who is it?
Can I come in?
That's young Erickson, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Hi, Moonglow.
Oh, it's you. You do pick the most stinking moments to drop in, Crabapple.
Oh, hello, Bob.
Hello, Potter.
Yeah, you look lower than my algebra marks. As low as his old man fired you.
Not her old man, her sister.
For some college kid she's gonna marry.
Wow, what do you know? Heh, you ought to beat his brains out. I'll be glad to help.
Thanks, Potter. Your muscles might come in handy. Well, I suppose I must try and eat. I'll be back after lunch and see if they've come.
So long, Robert. And remember, I'm on your side.
Thanks. And thanks for tipping me off.
And now you can go, too. Be a good boy and go home.
You're always trying to kick me out of this joint.
Merely because my father doesn't like you. You annoy him, and he'll be home for lunch any minute.
What's he got against me?
It isn't you personally, Crabapple. It's your father and your silly newspaper. As far as Daddy's concerned, we're not Erickson and Holly. We're Montague and Capulet.
Lois, you ought to be upstairs cleaning up for lunch. Look at the time.
Good morning, Miss Rundle.
Good morning, Potter.
Well, I'll be by for you on Thursday, Moonglow, to pick you up for the party. 8:30?
If nothing better is turned up, I might go with you.
Girls drive me bats. The only place where I'm happy is at the country club in the men's locker room.
I really do think, Lois, that you treat Potter shamefully.
I do it deliberately. Potter is the leech in my life.
Someday you'll go too far and lose him. Oh, dear, I do wish that your mother'd lived. It's mornings like this make me feel that a maiden aunt shouldn't attempt to bring up children.
Hello, girls.
Hi, Father.
Oh, what a morning. Nothing but obstacles, disappointments, and snags. And you realize I'm faced with a strike at the plant. And on top of everything, you telephone me about this telegram from Gwendolyn. Ah, damn it. How could a daughter of mine do such a thing? Why, Bob's practically a part of the family. I built him to take over the business for me. Well, how could she jilt him in this casual way?
Now, Archie, pull yourself together. They'll be here any minute. You don't want to meet Gwen's fiancé with a face like a lobster.
I don't want to meet him at all. You know, I've been going crazy all the morning trying to remember where I've heard that name, Elliot Spurgeon, before. I think I've placed it. Lois, see if you can reach down my old college yearbook from off the top shelf.
Right.
You know, I think I might have gone to Ohio State with this boy's father.
No.
Yeah, he'd have a son about Gwen's age.
Your father?
Now, let me see. Here we are. Class of 1930. Here he is. I knew it. Old Fish Face.
Fish face?
Spurgeon. Sturgeon.
Well, I don't think that's funny.
No, it probably isn't, but we thought it was hilarious in those days. Let me see now. Herbert Elliot Spurgeon, born 1910, Canton, Ohio. Yeah, he's 49. 1 year older than I am.
Were you very good friends?
Well, yes and no. We were fraternity brothers, you know. Sweet violets, sweeter than the roses. But we didn't have a great deal in common.
We can't jump to the conclusion that this boy of Gwen's is his son.
No, but it's a coincidence. You know, old Fish Face was quite a character in his way. Girls were crazy about him. Which reminds me of something. Lois, hadn't you better get ready for lunch? They might walk in at any minute.
You've just thought of something you don't want me to hear.
You're so sharp, you'll cut yourself one day, young lady. Now, go on.
Just when the conversation was getting really interesting.
Grace, you know, I'm not so sure I'll be too happy if this boy does turn out to be old Spurgeon's son.
Why, Archie?
Well, if my memory isn't cockeyed, Herbert got involved with a girl during his last term that I wouldn't care to have for my daughter's mother-in-law.
Was she common?
Well, she was expelled from school for stealing.
Oh, dear. Are you sure he married her?
Well, I remember getting a wedding invitation while your sister and I were on our honeymoon.
Oh, well, it's no good worrying ourselves with a lot of idle speculation. You worry too much, Archie.
Grace, Gwen's behavior suddenly made me realize what a fizzle I've been as a father. There's Vicky away in New York trying to be an actress. Lois running around with that damn Erickson boy, and now Gwen.
Don't be silly, Archie. You can't be held responsible because your daughter's changed her mind about the boy you wanted her to marry. Why, that can happen in any family.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Archie, dear, this lunch anticipates a wedding, not a funeral. Why don't you go down to the bar and mix some drinks?
You know, that's the first sensible suggestion I've heard today. Yes, it'll give me something palatable to think about. Now, if that's for me, say I'm down in the bar, dead drunk.
Hello? Yes, Mr. Erickson? Well, he's down in the bar No, I mean he's at the Rotary Club having lunch. Oh, that's quite all right. Goodbye.
I'm here. Anybody home?
Gwen!
Hello, Aunt Grace.
Hey, did I hear the doorbell? Hiya, Gwen.
Hi, kid. Gee, you've grown tall.
Too tall for your old clothes at last.
Where's Daddy?
Down in the bar getting some drinks.
How's the boyfriend? This I gotta see.
Well, we took his car down to Fergus's garage for a grease. He'll be over any minute.
Are you really engaged, Gwen?
Well, look.
Oh, Gwen, darling. Oh, it's a lovely ring.
What a lump of zircon.
I'm mad about it. I think it's the most beautiful diamond I ever saw.
It looks a very expensive stone.
It was Elliot's mother's.
Oh, was it?
He gave me this clip of hers, too.
Oh.
And when we're married, I'm going to get her diamond bracelets. Elliot said she was always picking up jewelry.
What a profitable hobby.
Come in. The door's open.
Is this the residence of
Fish Face!
Baldy? Sweet violets, sweeter than the roses.
Why, you old snake in the grass, this is a surprise.
I thought Gwen wired you.
She didn't say you were coming, but I'm delighted. Now I'll have an excuse to get really plastered.
I'd have known you anywhere, Archie, though you have matured.
Oh, you look as chipper as ever. Yeah, marvelous for your age. Have a drink, a Holly special.
Oh, thanks.
boy, oh, boy. You know, you bring back the old days. Remember that warm October night when you and that redhead went swimming in the Row in the Scioto?
All I remember is that you were so envious you stole my clothes.
Yeah. Swimming in the Row with girls, that was a favorite caper of yours, wasn't it? Oh, you certainly wear hot stuff. You know, I used to envy your love 'em and leave 'em technique.
I've learned wisdom since then.
What? With your good looks and figure? Oh, boy, you can't kid me. No, no, sir. Your sort never changes. Oh, incidentally, I believe your wife died about 10 years ago.
My wife? What are you talking about?
Well, didn't you marry that girl who got expelled?
Oh, no.
You didn't? But you sent me an invitation to the wedding.
She had a guilt complex. She couldn't face it. The poor girl was a victim of society. That's what made me throw myself into female psychology.
Oh, is that your line?
Yes, I write books and lecture.
And who did you finally marry?
I didn't.
What?
No, I never married. I wanted to wait until I met the right girl.
But this boy of yours.
What boy?
Well, the one that Gwen wired about. The one she met at college.
I'm the boy she met at college, Archie.
What? But she said Elliot Spurgeon. You're Herbert Elliot Spurgeon.
I dropped the Herbert. Elliot looks more imposing on a book cover.
Well, I'm stunned. Just stunned.
Oh, there you are, Elliot. I thought I heard your voice. Hello, Daddy, darling. Oh, it's wonderful to see you. Have you and Daddy got reacquainted, Elliot? Is he surprised?
He says he's stunned.
Stunned, staggered, and speechless. I assumed it was some boy of your own age you met at college. Not a middle-aged man 1 year older than I am.
Age is a matter of how you feel. Elliot says he's just as gay today as he was at 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Can I come in?
Hello, Robert. Come in.
Hello, Gwen.
Hello, Robert. You look swell.
I don't feel swell. I'm good and mad. Where's this college drip you got yourself engaged to?
I have that honor.
What? Oh, excuse me, sir.
I'm Elliot Spurgeon. I lecture at Ohio State occasionally. I presume you're the boy next door. I never believed he existed except in women's magazines. Gwen's told me how you've always been like brother and sister together.
That's the first time I ever heard I was like a brother.
Robert.
Holy smoke, Gwen, you can't marry this guy. He's old enough to be your father.
Robert. Daddy, would you take Elliot into lunch? I want a word with Robert.
All right. We'll go. But the only sort of lunch I want is a liquid one.
Drinking puts years on your life, Archie.
Robert, I'm perfectly furious with you.
I'm too much of a gentleman to tell you what I think of you.
You... There are no words to describe you. Look out where you're going, Lois.
Sorry. Bob? Bob, have you seen him? What's he like?
He's a smooth-tongued chaser as old as your father.
And still going to school? He must be moronic.
He teaches.
Well, what are you going to do?
You tell me. If he was my own age, I'd beat the daylights out of him. I daren't even push this old bird. He might fall to pieces.
Yeah. This is a situation for making with the mind.
Don't worry. I'll think up something. I'm not going to lose my girl to any crummy man of distinction.
Oh, Archie, your coffee's cold. You haven't touched it. And you hardly ate any dinner.
Grace, what the heck is narcissistic identification?
What are you reading?
One of Eliot's masterpieces. I've looked up 6 words in the last paragraph, and none of them are even in the dictionary.
Well, you'd better ask Elliot what it means.
But damn it, I can't ask my future son-in-law to explain the facts of life. He's supposed to ask me. I'm not in.
Hello. Am I disturbing anybody?
I'm in. Hello, Robert.
Gwen's not home, Robert. The professor took her and Lois to the McKinley Hotel for dinner.
I'm glad Lois is with him.
Well, she seems to be Gwen's shadow these last 2 days. Have you put her up to tagging along on their dates?
Could be. I can't chaperone them all the time.
Smart idea. The less that pirate's alone with my daughter, the better I like it.
You two know nothing about women. The more you try to keep Gwen away from Elliot alone, the more she'll rush into his arms.
Yeah. Miss Rendell may have something there. Say, Mr. Holly, I'm going nuts. Do you think Gwen really intends to take the plunge with this ancient mariner?
Lord knows, I'm worried to a frazzle, too.
It can only be a passing infatuation.
But will it pass before they're married?
If I lose her to this guy, I'll never talk to another girl as long as I live. I'll go where there aren't any women.
Is there such a place?
Well, I've been offered a construction job down in the Amazon Valley. Of course, I turned it down, but I may reconsider.
Now, look. Have you talked this out with Gwen? Told her how you feel?
No, but I intend to.
Well, when you do, I suggest a change of tactics. Subtlety. That's what the situation demands. Subtlety.
I'm afraid I'm not very strong in that commodity.
Exactly. Elliot handles her with kid gloves. You use brass knuckles. Now, tax what you want, my boy. Tact and subtlety.
Yeah. Subtlety.
Now get this, Erickson. There's no sign of a strike. No. The night shift is working just as usual. There's not a man in the plant who wants to strike. Yeah, that's all I have to say. You're quite unwelcome. Nosy newspaper man.
Are you sure everything is going to be all right, Daddy?
Of course I'm not sure. You know, in the old days, there used to be some fun in running a business. These days, all the fun's gone out of it. I say, I thought your fiancé was going to bring us up a drink.
Oh, he'll be here in a minute. Daddy, you haven't had much chance to talk to Elliot these last few days, so I'm going to leave you two alone for a while.
Here we are, Archie. I think you'll like these.
Darling, I've just told Daddy I'm going to leave you two alone for a little chat. You should have a lot in common being so near in age.
Well, age is not what you hope to have in common with a son-in-law. And there's no point in our having a little chat. I can't stop this marriage. You're 21, Gwendolyn. And you can do as you please. But I shall go on record right now saying that I don't approve of it. This is one engagement I should be delighted to see broken. And when I give you away, my dear, it will be with a sinking heart. Furthermore, you can't cook.
Oh, Elliot, darling, what's the matter with him? Why does he feel like that?
Don't upset yourself, my sweet. He'll come round. Once we're married, he'll accept it.
If he only realized all the trouble I went to get you, he'd understand. My goodness, how I had to chase you, darling. We haven't been alone together since we've been home. Look, let's take your car and drive out to the lake. We could go for a moonlight swim, and then we can light a fire in our summer cottage there. Now, who's this?
Take a look out of the window.
I will. Oh, darn, it's Bob. Come to sit out another date with us. I'm not going to let him spoil the night.
I think I must give you an evening to explain to this young man that I've taken you away from him.
Yes, I suppose I'll have to have it out with him. I'd better let him in.
Hello, Gwen.
Hello, Robert. What a shame. We're just going out.
Oh. Evening, Professor.
Evening, Robert.
Yes, we're just going for a swim in Turkeyfoot Lake.
I don't mind driving out there.
I'm sorry, Robert, but you forced me to be rude. We want to go by ourselves. I'll grab us a couple of towels, Elliot. Be right down.
Well, Robert, I suppose you're still sore at me.
I'm not licking any wounds. I haven't given up yet.
If you're counting on Gwen changing her mind, you're clinging to a pretty feeble straw.
You're very sure of her, aren't you?
No, I'm not at all sure. That's where you made your mistake. You were. Women don't like that. They like to feel they're unpredictable, erratic creatures of sudden moods.
You've sure got a line, Professor. With women, I mean. I guess that's the result of years of experience.
I'm ready, darling. Come on, let's go.
By all means.
Just 1/2 minute, Gwen. I want to ask you a question.
I'll drive round front.
I won't keep you waiting, Elliot.
I'll blow the horn. Good night, Robert.
Well, what's the question, Bob?
I want to talk to you alone. I suppose your fiancé will object violently, but you think you could arrange it?
Don't judge everybody by yourself, Robert. If you want to know, he suggested only a few minutes ago that you and I talk things over.
He did?
Yes. He's not a jealous person. He's mature and civilized.
If he was in my place, he'd be jealous. Unless he's too much in love with himself to be jealous of any girl.
Now, you wait a minute. If you want to talk to me alone so you can insult Elliot, I don't see that any purpose can be gained by the meeting.
Sorry, Gwen. It was very unsubtle. I always seem to put both feet in it when I'm around you. That's because I'm nuts about you. Can't think straight.
Well, I accept your apology. I must go.
When do we get together?
I'll speak to Elliot. Probably Monday.
That's a date.
Is that Potter honking?
No, it's Elliot. Lois, give Bob a drink before he goes. Have a nice time with Potter.
The best I can hope for is a bearable evening.
Bye, Bob. So long, kid.
What would you like to drink, Bob?
I don't trust myself to have a drink, Lois. If I do, I'll follow them out to that lake and commit murder. Oh, I don't know how to cope with this situation. The professor's such a smooth character.
If you sit down under this and don't fight, you won't get her back.
How can you fight a sponge? That's what he is, a sponge.
Yeah, he was certainly dripping charm all through dinner.
When I think of those two at the lake in the moonlight, my blood begins to curdle.
Dear Bob, I do understand. I suffer for you.
Hey, what the heck do you two think you're doing? You know, Robert, I'm ashamed of you. Here I thought you were breaking a heart over Gwendolyn, and I find you consoling yourself with Lois.
Mr. Holly,
It's disgusting. She's still in her tweens. Too young for you. This business of girls playing around with men too old for them must be catchy.
Father, you have a low mind. I was just sympathizing with Robert in his hour of need.
Well, sympathize with him mentally, not physically. And hand me those 2 drinks. That's what I came down for. I suddenly remember them.
Well, you don't want them both. You'll be potted.
I can think of no happier state. And tell me, where are the turtle doves?
They've gone out to the lake for a swim.
What?
Oh, well, don't look so horrified.
Did they take bathing suits?
Well, I saw there's a couple of towels.
Holy smoke. Robert, get your car. You drive Lois out there and chaperone that swim. Make it a foursome.
I said you have a low mind, Father. There are plenty of bathing suits at the cottage.
Yes, but Elliot's allergic to bathing suits. He'll have her in that lake like September morn.
That's all I need to hear. Come on, Lois. My car's in the back
But
drive.
I've got a date with Potter.
He can hold hands with me. I'm not in. What? Yes, Erickson. What? When? Oh, no. Come in.
A tutti-frutti evening, Mr. Holly.
It is not a tutti-frutti evening. It's the worst evening of my life.
And what's biting you, sir?
Your father, for one thing. He just told me gloatingly on the phone that the night shift in my plant has gone on strike.
Wow, what do you know? Hey, where's Moonglow, Mr. Holly?
Moonglow has stood you up.
The heck she has? Who for?
Robert, they're chasing Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn? What for?
To rescue her from swimming in her birthday suit with a fossilized Romeo.
And so ends Act 1 of our play. Tonight is Christmas Eve, that magical time of preparation and anticipation when stockings are hung, trees are decorated, and gifts are wrapped in readiness for the morrow. It is also a time for merrymaking, for an exchange of visits and greetings, a time to get out the car and go places. So, when you're using the roads this Christmas, remember this. The greatest, most valuable gift you can bestow on your fellow man is safety. A little too much speed, a moment of distraction, an unexpected mechanical failure in crowded traffic can turn holiday happiness into tragedy and heartbreak. Over the Christmas and New Year holidays last year, 62 people lost their lives on Australian roads. This must not happen again, will not happen if everyone takes reasonable care. 3 main elements govern safety in traffic: the vehicle, the road, and the driver. Of these 3, statistics prove the driver to be by far the most important safety factor. And so, General Motors Holdens join with the Australian Road Safety Council and all similar organizations to ask you sincerely and earnestly to observe the golden rule of the road. This Christmas, and always, treat all others who use our highways as you would like them to treat you. A little more thought, courtesy, and consideration will make this a happier holiday season all round. And now Act 2 of the General Motors Hour production of Be Your Age.
Hello, Potts. This is Lois. Have we got a date tonight? Well, I was kind of counting on it. Daddy and Aunt Grace are out, and Elliot and Gwen wish I was. Wouldn't you like to angle down to the Casbah for a double malted? All right, Potter. I'll be happy to sit at home and watch the baseball game if that's what you want to do. Okay. No, I'll be over in a few minutes. Bye-bye, Dreamboat.
Lois, since when you've been so charming to Potter? You usually treat him like a doormat.
Oh, well, every girl in town is chasing Potter, and he's furious with me.
What caused the rift?
He's mad at me for driving out to the lake with Bob the other night.
So are Elliot and I. You all had a nerve to butt in on our quiet evening and turn it into a house party.
I'm not convinced it was going to be so quiet. I believe Daddy was right. However, as Bob and I got there in the nick of time, I suppose that's something we will never know.
Would you like some coffee, Elliot?
Thank you. You know you're charming. I like you pouring coffee for me. I can just imagine you, the perfect hostess, the youngest and most decorative woman in the room.
If the conversation's too brilliant, I'll also be the dumbest.
The most eloquent thing in the world, my sweet, is beauty, because it inspires others to eloquence.
Speaking of eloquence, I'll need all I can muster for my interview with Robert tonight. You sure you don't mind my seeing him?
Oh, didn't I suggest it? Besides, you're always perfectly free to do anything you like, my dear. Not that I shan't be very jealous.
Oh, you needn't have one more qualm, darling. I can't even imagine kissing him anymore. He seems so young after you. If he made a pass at me, I'd laugh in his face.
Hello, Turtle Doves.
Hello, Daddy, darling.
Am I tired? What a day.
Have you been working very hard?
I haven't been working, I haven't been talking, I've been listening. Blast the strike and Erickson and his confounded news sheet.
Poor old Daddy. Well, come and sit down and entertain Elliot for a few minutes while I change into something pretty. I've asked Robert over. You'll have to go upstairs when he comes.
I've been pushed out of my living room from the day the girls learned to play post office.
Gwen, dear, as long as you're going to dismiss the young man from your life, why do you have to dress up in something pretty?
Elliot, you know that the night I convince him he can never have me is the night I intend to look my most alluring. Now, stop being jealous and have a drink with your old schoolmate, huh?
That's not a bad idea. Drink, Elliot?
No, thanks. I can't lap up tipples the way you do.
I'll say this for you, Elliot. Alcohol isn't one of your vices. I can remember, even back in college, you used to say it interfered with your amatory pursuits.
You have an uncomfortable memory for trivial things.
Well, it's not you as a person I'm kicking against. It's your past life.
I'll bet it's been no worse than yours. Tell me, Archie, haven't you ever thought of remarrying?
I've never met a woman I thought would make a satisfactory mother for my daughters.
It would have done you a lot of good. Having a really sweet young woman look up to you, worship the ground you walk on, could do a lot for a man's ego.
Well, I wish you could have found some sweet young woman to butter up your ego who wasn't my daughter. That must be Robert. Come on in. The door's open.
Evening, Mr. Holly. Evening, Professor. Bit hot tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly is.
Gwen at home?
She's upstairs. And don't look so disconcerted, young man. I'm going out for a drive. Why don't you join me, Archie? A breath of air will cool you off.
I'll cool off upstairs in my sunroom with a little work. I'll tell Gwen you're here, Robert.
Thanks, Mr. Holly. It's nice of you to let me have this little talk with Gwen, Professor. You're a good sport.
Anything to oblige Gwen.
And you needn't worry about her and me. I'm throwing in the towel. I realize now that I can't compete with a guy like you.
Huh. What's brought about the change of front?
Your book. The Mechanism of the Female Mind. Most revealing. It's made me realize how I've always taken Gwen for granted. That's why I've lost her to you.
Hello, Robert. Did I keep you waiting?
Oh, no, not at all.
You certainly look most alluring, my dear. I have to summon up every ounce of my willpower to tear myself away.
That's what I love about you, Elliot. You think of the sweetest way of saying things.
Oh, well, I'll be getting along. I'll be home in time to kiss you good night. Good night, Robert.
Good night, Professor.
Elliot's a darling. When I asked him to go out, he agreed like a lamb. Bob, I feel I owe you an explanation. I've given you a dirty deal, haven't I? I didn't mean to. It was just one of those things.
You don't have to explain. We were never formally engaged.
I know. Still, it was understood. At least I thought it was. That someday we'd marry.
I should have made it official by giving you a ring, but I didn't want to cramp your style while you were at college. I took a gamble and lost.
Bob, I'm awfully sorry.
Now, forget it. I hope you'll be very happy.
I always want us to be friends.
I can never be friends with you, Gwen. Do you know why? Because I love you. Men can't be friends with the women they love. They can worship them, even hate them, but never just be friends.
You've never spoken to me like this before.
No, I haven't. And as I shan't get a chance to again, I may as well go on. I've adored you, Gwen, ever since I saw you going off to school with pigtails hanging down your back. You were the loveliest thing I'd ever seen. And I've never changed my opinion.
That's a very sweet thing to say.
It's funny. Now that I've lost you to someone else, I don't seem to be so tongue-tied. I suddenly feel able to tell you things, to tell you how much I've always needed you.
I've got your fraternity pin here. I want to give it back to you.
Do you remember the night I gave you this?
Uh-huh. Was it a dance out of Brookside?
We walked over to the first green. The moon was shining so brightly you could almost see the colored pebbles in the sand trap. You had on a pink dress and wore a silver ribbon in your hair.
And then you kissed me.
Yeah. Like this. I suddenly feel able to tell you things, to tell you how much I've always needed you.
I've got your fraternity pin here. I want to give it back to you.
Do you remember the night I gave you this?
Uh-huh. Was it a dance out of Brookside?
We walked over to the first green. The moon was shining so brightly you could almost see the colored pebbles in the sand trap. You had on a pink dress and wore a silver ribbon in your hair.
And then you kissed me.
Yeah. Like this.
Oh. No, not a bit like that.
That's what I used to dream of doing all the time you were away.
Oh, darling, you mustn't. I'm engaged.
To me, you'll always be my girl.
Oh, this evening isn't going a bit as I planned.
I'm sorry, Gwen, but I can't be alone with you and not touch you and love you. I'll have to go. Good night. And goodbye, darling.
Bob, you forgot your pin. Bob? How many more do we have to do, Aunt Grace?
About 20.
Oh, I wish we were having a small wedding. We seem to be inviting everybody in town. Well, that can't be Lois and Elliot back so soon, can it?
Why don't you go and see?
All right, I will. Oh, it's you.
Hi.
Is that you, Robert? Don't keep him standing in the hall, Gwen.
I'm sorry, Bob. Come in.
Thanks. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
How nice to see you, Robert. You haven't been near us for 10 days.
I saw the professor and Lois drive off earlier in his car, and I thought you might be sitting around.
Oh, we are. We're sitting around working, addressing wedding invitations. Quite a job.
What I really came for is, you remember the last time I was here?
Yes?
You gave me back my pin, and I left it somewhere. I think on the coffee table there.
Oh, did you? I didn't notice.
I thought I ought to retrieve it. I mean, I might want to wear it at a college reunion sometime.
Now, I'll ask the maid if she found it when she was dusting next day.
Well, it must be about somewhere, Robert, if you left it lying there.
Gosh, Miss Randall, the last thing I want back is that pin. I was only trying to think of some excuse to come over and see Gwen.
Robert, I want to talk to you quickly while I have the chance. I think Gwen's changed, that she feels differently about Elliot.
You do?
Yes. She hasn't been herself for over a week now, and I've heard her crying in her room night after night. I don't think in her heart she wants to go through with it.
That's wonderful.
No, not in her case. Any other girl would break her engagement. But Gwen's too proud to admit that she's made a mistake. She'll walk down that aisle if her heart is breaking.
Well, we can't let her. She's got to be stopped. I've been thinking of an idea that might work. The time has come for desperate action.
Oh, dear. Oh, what sort of desperate action?
Well, I think Potter Erickson is the one to help me. He's strong and eager and kind of dangling from your family tree.
But why do you need somebody strong and eager? You're not planning to beat up Elliot, are you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. But if I can make Gwen feel that I'm dependent on it... Oh, here she is, Skip it.
No, the maid didn't find your pin, Robert. She thinks it may have been picked up with some old newspaper she threw out, but I think it's been mislaid.
Oh, I expect it'll turn up. Well, I guess I'll be going.
Oh, you don't have to go. You could stick around till Elliot gets back.
Thanks, but I have some urgent business to attend to. Good night, Miss Randall.
Good night, Robert.
I'll be seeing you, Gran. Bye.
Bye.
Ah, he's such a nice boy.
Yes.
He'll make some girl a very good husband. Maybe that's why he wanted his pin. Maybe he's getting interested in somebody else.
Maybe. Well, anyway, it's a matter of complete indifference to me. Let's get on with the invitations. Oh, Elliot, you're back.
Come and sit beside me and hold my hand. I feel I haven't seen anything of you the last week or so.
Oh, there's been so much to do. Shopping for my trousseau, all those fittings.
Oh, cheer up. This time next week, we'll be over the hills.
And far away.
You'll belong to me. You're not very affectionate, my sweet. What's the matter?
Oh, I guess I'm tired. I think I'm scared of the whole thing as it grows closer. But that's silly.
I'm very sensitive to people's moods. I date a change in you from the night I left you alone with Robert. Darling, did anything happen that night that you haven't told me? Did you kiss him goodbye?
Oh, not exactly. He kissed me.
What?
Well, he grabbed me suddenly. I didn't expect it.
I hope you didn't hurt his feelings by laughing too hard.
Well, why should I have laughed?
Don't you recall saying you couldn't imagine kissing him anymore, that you'd die laughing right in his face?
I couldn't somehow. He was so sincere and pathetic and upset. I felt so sorry for him.
That's it, Gwen. Sorrow. You've got a goat complex about Robert.
Yes, of course. I've even dreamed about him twice in the last week.
Well, now that you've admitted the trouble, you'll be able to put him out of your mind.
Gwen! Hey, Gwen, there's been an accident.
What? Is that you, Potter?
Yeah, it's Robert. He's been hurt. Yeah, can I put him on the couch?
Oh, no, wait a minute. Be gentle with him. What's the matter with him? What happened?
There. There. Well, I was walking along the street, and suddenly I saw Robert in an argument with two strikers from your father's plant.
Huh?
Yeah, and all of a sudden, fists are flying, and Robert's down for the count.
Oh, poor Bobby.
I think he may have hit the back of his head when he fell.
Oh.
Maybe he has a concussion.
Concussion? Oh, that's serious. Oh, dear. His eye is turning black. Elliot, run across the street and fetch Dr. Brogan, the big white house near the bus stop.
Well, of course, dear. Though I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. He's probably just stuck.
Oh,
I took him home first, but nobody's there.
his mother's in Cleveland. We'll have to keep him here and nurse him. I'll go and tell Aunt Grace. Aunt Grace? Aunt Grace? Robert's been hurt. He needs me to look after him.
Did you hear those musical words, Potter? He needs me to look after him. Boy, she's fallen for it.
Pipe down. She may hear you.
And you needn't have been so thorough. I think you'd have dislodged a tooth.
You wanted it to look real, so I had to give you a good sock.
I said give me a gentle tap.
Where's the dead duck?
Lois, lie back, you dope. Too late.
Oh, so you've come too.
Quiet.
What's cooking here?
We're pulling a gag on Gwen to make her realize she's in love with Robert. Now cooperate, Moonglow, or I'll comb your hair with a rake.
Don't you think we're all a little too old for this type of parlor game?
Shivers.
I really am surprised at you, Robert. You were so obviously faking. I didn't go for the doctor. I watched this horseplay through the window.
All right, Professor. You score again. I suppose it was stupid.
Stupid. It was utterly childish. Far more typical of Lois's silly bobby socks behavior than yours.
Now listen, Mr. Bookworm. Nobody's going to call Moonglow silly in my presence and get away with it.
Now, suppose you stay out of this, Potter.
Yes, Potter. This is a matter between me and the Professor.
I disagree. You just insulted my girl, so...
Hey, Potts, take it easy.
Holy mackerel, Potts, you've knocked him cold on the couch defending my honor.
Hey, what happened? I only poked him once. Must have been a lucky punch.
I heard something snap. I think you cracked his wishbone.
I knew if you tapped that old bird, it'd fall apart.
Well, what are we going to do with the pieces?
Oh, am I in the soup, but good. Now Gwen will think he needs her, and she'll never forgive me. I'm getting out of here. I don't dare face her.
But what shall we say? How shall we explain
You
it?
think up something, Lois. You've got more imagination than I have. All I can think of is to really get the doctor.
Is that Elliot back with the doctor?
No.
I wish he'd hurry. Is he conscious yet?
Hasn't flickered an eyelid.
Well, I've got an ice towel. That'll make him feel better. Robert, speak to me. Elliot! What's he doing on the couch? Well, what happened to him? Where's Robert?
There's been a switch of corpses.
Oh, Elliot. Oh, he's so pale and helpless. What can I do for you, darling?
What's all this about Robert being hurt?
He recovered and went for the doctor. It's a minor miracle.
Well, what? Good grief. What's happened to poor old Fish Face?
He swallowed a left hook. I shouldn't have hit a man 3 times my age.
So you hit him?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
I'm delighted. I wanted to slug the old son of a gun for days.
And so ends Act 2 of our play. Poets and writers in many lands have written much about Christmas. But nothing expresses the spirit of this great festival better than that first Christmas greeting, peace on earth, goodwill to men. Peace on earth. Australians are fortunate that our country is at peace this Christmas. Fortunate, too, that this period of peace has made possible an era of unprecedented industrial expansion, bringing in turn greater employment opportunities and a high standard of living. We can, for instance, derive deep satisfaction from the fact that 1 in every 4 Australians now owns a motor car. But our ownership carries with it far-reaching responsibilities. And that is where the second part of our quotation comes in, goodwill to men. General Motors Holdens ask every motorist to demonstrate goodwill this Christmas by driving with the utmost care and courtesy. 62 Australians lost their lives on our roads at this time last year. Goodwill, expressed in careful, considerate driving, will avoid a repetition of this tragic total. By doing so, it will make all the difference between safety and injury, life and death, sorrow and happiness. Whether you are a pedestrian or a motorist, General Motors Holdens and everyone at GMH wish you a happy Christmas and a most enjoyable holiday season. And now here is the final act in the General Motors Hour production of Be Your Age.
Here's another pair of bookends, Aunt Grace.
Because Gwen's marrying a professor, the bookends are beating the ashtrays 4-1.
Say, when do we eat? I'm starved.
Later. Now the strike's settled, your father had so much work to catch up on. You should have gone to the country club. You were invited.
Oh, I didn't want to go to a silly old kitchen show with all Gwen's most intimate friends. They regard me as an adolescent.
And aren't you?
At least I'm not so infantile I go to the altar with a man I'm not in love with.
That in itself is a very infantile conclusion.
Well, I still feel that Gwen might have changed her mind about marrying Elliot if she'd been nursing Robert instead of him.
Perhaps. But she's so disgusted with Robert that in the 10 days since Elliot's unfortunate accident, she won't speak to him. And Elliot's injury has her more deeply involved with him than ever. From the way she's dramatizing it, you'd think that Potter had maimed Elliot for life. He only cracked a couple of ribs. And speaking of Robert, has anyone seen him lately? How's his eye?
Potter says it's faded to a delicate blue.
He certainly stayed away from this house.
Daddy told me yesterday he thought he'd thrown in the sponge.
I could wring your sweet sister's pretty neck. Ah, well, I'd better take some of these empty boxes out to the incinerator.
Okay, Aunt Grace, I'll open some of these.
Anybody home? Ah, hello, Moonglow.
Hi, Dad.
Jumping Jehoshaphat. What a shambles.
Now, don't start fussing, Daddy. Remember, all this loot is for free.
Free? Why, this clam baker's sending me back $2,000. If I have to face up to this matrimonial racket again, I'll end up in the poorhouse. So see that you and your sister Vicky remain old maids.
Huh? Some hope.
Oh, good morning.
Oh, morning, Elliot. How's your spare ribs this morning?
Very tender. Quite a pile of stuff here, isn't there?
Oh, I'll answer that.
Well, I'm glad your strike's over, Archie.
If it had gone on any longer, I'd have finished up on the bread line.
Holy mackerel, Gwen. What a pile of stuff.
Take half of them, will you, Lois? Put them in the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh, Daddy, take these, will you? I can't hold them much longer.
Righto. Hey, these are a lot of pots and pans for a girl who can't even fry an egg.
And where shall we put them? You haven't seen my kitchenette, Gwen. It's about the size of your aunt's linen closet.
Oh, we'll manage somehow. How are you, darling?
The happiest man alive. Tuesday's only 3 days away. Did you enjoy your luncheon?
It was a lovely party.
Which reminds me, I've had no lunch. I feel a little hollow.
Well, it should be on the table. You go along, Elliot. Tell Grace I'll be there in a second. I want a word with Gwen.
Elliot, darling, you're very neglectful. Give me a kiss first.
Oh, careful. My ribs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must try to remember it.
On Tuesday, we better pin a label on him.
That won't apply to you, darling. The fact that Tuesday has come at last will make me well again.
You look kind of tired, my dear.
All these premarital parties are wearing me out. I'll be thankful when the whole thing's over. I'm exhausted.
And perhaps this is the wrong moment to ask you to do something for me.
What is it? You sound so serious.
Well, Robert's coming over to see you.
Oh, Daddy, I wish he wasn't. I've nothing to say to him.
Well, he has something to say to you. He wants to say goodbye.
Is he going away?
For a long time. I want you to try and persuade him not to do something he may regret for the rest of his life.
Why, Daddy? What?
Well, he's determined to get as far away from here as possible. He's proposing to bury himself in an Amazon jungle.
Doing what?
Routine construction job for the Brazilian government.
But it's ridiculous. Well, can't you stop it?
Well, frankly, my dear, I haven't the heart to. I understand his feelings only too well. When I lost your mother, I just wanted to go off and hide myself from everyone. If it hadn't been for you and Vicky and Lois, I think I'd have done it.
So you're blaming me that is doing this silly thing?
Well, why else would the boy want to throw away his brilliant prospects here?
Now, Daddy, that's not fair. I can't be held responsible for his decisions. I can't live his life for it.
Say, now, isn't that remark just a little callous, Gwen?
Just because I'm not over-sentimental, it doesn't mean that I'm heartless inside.
Then you've conveyed the wrong impression. Oh, I know it was a silly trick that Bob played, but he only did it because he loves you. He wrote, apologized. You might have met him halfway.
He didn't deserve an answer.
Very well. But I'll tell you one thing. You'll be leaving the church with Elliot on the wrong foot if you don't clear up your responsibilities to Robert. He is your responsibility, however much you may try to run away from the fact. He loves you. He's turning his back on his future because you've hurt him. If you're the girl I think you are, you'll make an effort to bring him back to his senses.
Well, I wouldn't know how. He wouldn't listen to anything I said.
He might, if you could find the right words.
Well, the only words which would keep him here, I can't say.
Well, won't you do your best to please me?
All right, Daddy. When does he leave?
Monday.
As soon as that?
Well, it's the day before your wedding, Gwen. Ah, there he is. I'll go let him in. Okay. I'm sorry you have to face this difficult problem, my darling, but... Well, that's one of the penalties of growing up. Thank you. Oh, it wasn't Robert, Gwen. It's this box for you.
Oh, my wedding dress. Thank you, Daddy.
I left the door open for Robert, and I'll go upstairs while you try to think what to say to him. And, good luck, darling.
My dress. Here comes the bride. Here.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Oh, Gwen.
Oh, hello, Robert. I was trying on my veil.
Don't take it off. Let me see it.
All right.
It's lovely. You're going to make a beautiful bride.
Thank you.
Got something in your eye?
No. Yes, I think I have. It's been watering for the last hour.
Let me have a look. Yeah, it's all red. Nope, can't see a thing.
It must be out. It's probably just irritated. How's your eye?
Sore.
Daddy tells me you're going away.
Yep.
Brazil.
Yep.
Well, now, what'll you do with yourself all the time in the middle of the jungle?
Kill things? Big snakes, big cats, big crocodiles.
Big mosquitoes?
I'll take a giant-sized squatter.
Well, you don't have to go to the Amazon to kill mosquitoes. They say they're the size of hummingbirds in New Jersey.
New Jersey's too near the George Washington Bridge.
Oh, Bob, don't go away. It's wrong. It's crazy. It's running out on things.
Sorry, Gwen, but I must work this out my own way.
Well, is there nothing I can say to all of you?
My mind's made up. But there is one favor you could do for me. There's a mental picture I'd like to carry away with me.
What?
You in your bridal gown. I've imagined it hundreds of times.
Then why don't you stay till Tuesday?
You wouldn't be alone with me then. You are now. Put on the rest of your dress for me.
Well, it's bad luck for anybody to see me.
Not
isn't
for
it?
anybody, just the groom.
Well...
Please, Gwen. It's the last thing I'll ever ask you to do.
Well, turn your back. I'll slip it on for a second.
All right? How's that?
Thank you.
My pin!
What?
My fraternity pin, the one you mislaid. That's where you mislaid it, on your slip.
How dare you? You thief!
I didn't. I just watched you in that mirror. You've got my pin on the front of your slip. You love me. You love me.
No.
Why else would you pretend my pin was lost? Oh, Gwen, darling, you love me.
I do not. You're wrong. I'm marrying Elliot.
That's what he thinks. You don't love him.
I do.
Holy mackerel, what a lie. Oh, Gwen, darling.
No, you can't. You must.
Oh, darling.
Gwendolyn!
What?
Elliot,
What's the meaning of this scandalous behavior?
don't talk to me in that tone of voice. Zip me up.
Why don't you ask Robert? He probably unzipped you.
He did nothing of the sort.
I'll be happy to oblige, darling.
You keep your hands off me.
That request is a little late, isn't it?
I don't know what you're inferring, Elliot. You're making a scene about nothing.
About nothing. I come in here and find the boy half eating you, and you call it nothing?
We were merely saying goodbye. Oh, what's come over you, Elliot? I thought you were a broad-minded man of the world who never got jealous.
Don't attack me because you're in the wrong. That's a typical female trick.
I won't discuss psychology with you until you regain your temper and cool down.
Very well. Let me ask you quite calmly. Was that charming, intimate little scene I just witnessed one of a series?
Listen, Professor, don't take it out on Gwen. It was all my fault. She didn't have anything to do with it.
From what I observed, she was having a great deal to do with it. How many more episodes have there been like that, Gwendolyn? You admitted you kissed Robert the night I left you alone with him. Your mind's been out of the window ever since, and now I walk into the room and find you twined around him like a boa constrictor. All I want is an assurance from you that this relationship with Robert has stopped at necking. Oh! Darling, this is no time for one of your displays of obstinacy. You have your choice of putting my mind at rest or calling the whole thing off.
I won't do it. You can't walk out on me, practically at the church door. I insist that you marry me.
Look, sweetheart, I'll save your face for you. If the professor lets you down, I'll step into his shoes. In a way, I suppose I owe it to your father, after what we've been to each other all this week.
Robert, what are you talking about?
I warned you the professor might catch on.
Bob!
Oh, don't bother to throw a surprise act, darling. The professor's a smart egg. He knows I've been alone in my house all week.
Oh, Bob, think what you're saying. You may be wrecking my wedding.
Better give him back his mother's ring.
I won't give it back to him. I won't.
She will, Professor. Gwen's not a gold digger.
Gold. Oh.
No hard feelings, Professor. To a man who's studied women all his life, it can't be too much of a shock to find out she's been carrying on with me.
I have not carried on with them.
You said that women were unpredictable creatures. I was the one who got the surprise when she tiptoed across the lawn and tapped on my door.
I did not tap on your... I hate you. I loathe you. I utterly despise you.
Oh, my eye!
Gwen, don't think that because Robert says that...
Don't talk to me. It's all your fault.
Oh, my ribs!
Oh, I hate men.
What have you two big bullies been doing to my little girl?
What have we been doing? I'll be in plaster for another year.
And I'll just be plastered.
What is all this? Who's been fighting who and what about?
They've both been insulting me. Elliot's been horrid and Robert's been worse.
Mr. Holly, I came in to say goodbye and found Gwen wearing my fraternity
If
pin.
you'd seen what I saw, Baldy, you'd think I was entitled to it.
Quiet! Quiet! Pull yourself together. Now, let's cut out this theory. Give me the facts like a rational human being. Now, Elliot, you're the oldest person here. What have you to say?
I've discovered in pretty convincing terms that your daughter's fallen out of love with me. I've suspected it for quite a while.
Oh.
I was conceited enough to think that after we were married, she'd learn to love me in time. A typical manifestation of male ego. But the lid's off the cauldron. It'll break my heart to lose you, Gwen, but better today than tomorrow.
But, Elliot...
Gwen, darling, a mistake is nothing to be ashamed of. I know it takes guts to admit that you've been wrong, but you have courage. That's one of the reasons I fell in love with you. Don't let me down, Gwen. I don't want you to marry me just because you had a guilt complex and felt sorry for me. Now, come on. Let's have it. You do love Robert, don't you?
Yes. Yes, I do. Oh, Elliot.
My
You're
ribs.
Sweet, Elliot. You're a darling. I do love Bob. But I wouldn't marry him if he was the last man alive.
Because he lied about your tiptoeing through the garden? But nobody would believe that.
Merciful heavens, what a stubborn mule I've given birth to. The girl's just admitted she loves the boy. You know, it'd serve you right, Gwen, if you ended up as an old maid. Now, you go over there at once and tell that boy you'll marry him.
Never, never, never.
Archie, it's beginning to dawn on me that I've had a lucky escape. I'm much too old to cope with that stubborn nature.
I'm much too young. You can keep her, Mr. Holly. Why, I wouldn't marry that girl unless she asked me on her bended knees. Come on, Professor. Let's have a drink and celebrate our freedom.
Let's have a couple of drinks.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Robert. Daddy is right. I'm a silly, proud fool. On my bended knees. Will you take this stubborn mule to be your wedded wife?
I'll think it over.
Oh!
I've thought it over. The answer's I will.
Oh, praise the Lord and pass the champagne. Oh, I'm sorry, Fishface. Nothing personal, but I'm a complete loss what to say to you. I don't know whether you're miserable, happy, furious, or relieved.
I'm resigned.
My sole objection to you has always been that I couldn't bear the idea of a son-in-law older than myself. Now, who's that? Hello? Who? Vicky? Oh, why, what's wrong? Now, don't tell me you can't be here for your sister's wedding. What? You've just been married yourself? But who to? Binky Butterworth? Well, darling. Hey, does anybody know who Binky Butterworth is?
Yes, Archie. He's a big Broadway producer, and he's 63 if he's a day.
And so ends the General Motors Hour production of Be Your Age, written by Mary Orr and Reginald Denham, in which you heard the following players. As Potter, John Ewart. Grace, Fifi Banvard. Lois, Jan Coughlin. Bob, Derek Barnes. Elliot, Leonard Bullen. Archibald Holly, Reginald Collins. And as Gwendolen, you heard our star, Maddie Head. The General Motors Hour is directed by Harry Harper, who produced tonight's play. 1 week from tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the General Motors Hour will present The Weatherman. We may often have wished to make our own weather, but Joe Doolittle found that he could. And what complications that caused. Heading our cast in this improbable but very amusing comedy is Ben Gabriel, with Mark Kelly, Francis Worthington, Ethel Fleming, Amber May Cecil, Bruce Beebe, Derek Barnes, Don Crosby, John Tate, and Reginald Collins. And now, a closing message. Good roads save tires, petrol, maintenance costs, and lives. Whenever and wherever there is a movement to get better roads, support it. And remember, 1 week from tonight, the General Motors Hour production of The Weatherman, starring Ben Gabriel. Until then, this is John Deese saying good night to you all from the General Motors Hour, which now signs off from the Macquarie Network and cooperating stations throughout Australia. The General Motors Hour. General Motors Holdens, through the Macquarie Network and cooperating stations in all states, present The Night Holds Terror, starring Hart Maguire, June Salter, and Joe McCormick. This is John Deese introducing our play. The Night Holds Terror was an outstanding Columbia film. It is full of suspense and excitement as the plot progresses to its thrilling climax of the triumph of right and justice. Our stars are Hart Maguire, June Salter, and Joe McCormick. The play will be produced by Harry Harper. Ladies and gentlemen, Act 1 of the General Motors Hour production of The Night Holds Terror.
You want a lift?
I thumbed you, didn't I?
Get in.
Thanks.
I go up as far as Dry Lake Road, just this side of Mojave.
Desert country, huh?
Yeah, desert all around us here.
You work at the Edwards Air Base?
Yeah, electronics.
It pays?
Nicely, thanks.
That's what I thought. Nice car, too.
Yeah, you really skim right along in it.
Well, suppose you hold it at 50.
Why 50?
Because I say so. With this.
What's the gun for?
It has a hair trigger on it. You know?
Yeah, I get the idea.
Exactly 50, then.
Okay. This is a stinking trick.
Yeah, I know. Let's have your wallet.
My wallet?
What do you think I'm holding this gun for? Comfort? Your wallet, hand it over.
Okay, here.
50, I said. 50, what's that speed?
I'm doing 50.
Just keep it up. 4, 5, 6.
There's $10 in that wallet.
Is that all you got? Come on.
That's all I got. I spent the rest. That's why I went into Los Angeles this morning to get some parts for a recorder I'm building. They're right there in the back seat.
On the back seat, huh? Yeah, I see him. Fellas aren't going to be happy about this. Not happy at all.
What do you mean?
Friends. 2 friends. They sent me down the road to pick up a car that looked prosperous. And all I get is 10 stinking little dollars. Okay. There's a turnoff ahead in the desert. I'll make it and pull up. The fellas are coming now. Face that way.
Why?
They're kind of skittish about having you see their faces.
Oh.
I wouldn't try looking back if I were you.
Look, you got all my money. Now, what more do you want? Why don't you let me go?
It's not that simple, buddy. Hi, Morgan.
Come on, Hill. Hurry it up.
I'm coming.
Well, here he is.
What's his name?
What's your name?
Jane Cordier.
And he works on electronics at Edwards. Ought to be cashed up. But he isn't.
All right. Cordier, take one look in my direction and I'll kill you. Now. It's that simple.
You know how much he had? $10.
You sure drew a blank, car.
What am I, psychic? Am I supposed to know how much every guy who drives past me's carrying?
Shut up. Cordier, lie down.
What?
Lie down on the ground, face down. Go on.
Well, what's this for?
How do you want it, Buster?
Huh?
Straight in the head while you're lying there? You want to run for it and get in the back?
Why do you have to kill me? Why?
Dead, you can't talk. That's your answer.
But he hasn't seen us.
He saw me.
Hey, fellas, give me a break, will you? I promise I won't go to the police. I promise it now. Why should I go over $10 if you just let me go? Listen, I got a wife. I got 2 kids. You got to listen to me.
Lie down.
Don't kill him, Morgan. Don't kill him.
I said lie down, Cordier.
You need glasses, Morgan.
I was just trying to nick his ear.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll prove it to you. You see that flower? Well, how about it?
Look, if you're going to kill me, get it over with, will you?
It's a shame killing a man for $10.
Yeah. Yeah, Hill, maybe it is. Maybe you got something. Cordier, get up. Come here.
What now?
Is that car in your name?
Yeah.
Where's the owner's slip?
Well, I still owe a couple of $100 on it. The slip's at Strankers Motors right over in Lancaster. Look, I'll help you sell it. I'll even sign ownership over to you. I'll do anything that you say. That car's worth at least $2,000.
I don't like it.
I like it.
You can realize $1,800 in that car.
I like it. Now brush yourself off, Cordier. We're going over to Lancaster to sell your car. For cash.
That the place?
Can't you read, Hill? It says Strankers Motors.
Yeah, that's the place.
You cooperate with us, Cordier?
Yeah, I will.
Don't get any funny ideas in your head like trying to outsmart us. I guess you know by now we mean business.
If I have to, I'll kill everybody in the place. Now let's go in there. Come on, Cordier, you walk ahead with me and act as if nothing is wrong.
Well, it's a
nice car, but I can't go as high as 2,400, fellas. The best I can do is 2,000 tops.
Well, make it 21, Mr. Stryker, and it's a deal.
Sorry, 2,000 is my ceiling.
That car's worth at least 2,100, and you know it.
Then you'd better take it to somebody else.
Well, all right, Mr. Stryker, 2,000 will do, but it's got to be in cash, all cash.
Hmm? All cash? You mean you won't take my check?
Well, you see, my wife had an accident. She's up in the hospital in Oakland. She was visiting her folks.
Yeah, that's why he's got to sell the car. He needs the money right away.
Even so, it's rather unusual. Besides, the banks are all closed. It's after 3 o'clock.
Well, look, how much cash do you have?
Oh, $500. You still have to come around for the rest of the morning.
I should leave tonight to see my wife, I mean.
I'm sorry.
You can come back in the morning, can't you?
Well, I suppose.
Okay. I'll go and get the 500.
All right, give it to me, the whole $500.
What now?
I could do with a drink.
Me too.
Okay. Let's find a bar. But, Courtier, no funny business. I want the rest of the $2,000 in the morning.
Oh, you'll get it.
I'll settle for exactly $500 now if you give any trouble. Here's a bar across the street. Let's move in there. Hill, you watch.
Look, Courtier, let's talk while Morgan and Carr are getting more drinks. I got bad news for you. Those two are real mean fellas.
Oh, you think I don't know that? What do you call yourself, Hill?
Me? A hoist man. Nothing fancy, just small stuff. Morgan and Carr picked me up a few miles back, and now I'm in with them. I tell you, both are killers. And they want the rest of that $2,000 for the car.
Yeah, I know that.
But you got to realize that makes it rugged. You're with us till the morning.
Look, I'll stay in the car. I'll go to a hotel with you. I won't give you any trouble.
I know you won't, but how about your wife? What's she going to do when you don't go home? That's what worried him.
Look, I don't care what you do with me, but leave my family out of it. Now, you hear me? You leave my family out.
Not so loud. Remember, fella, we know where you live. You got your address out of your wallet. Now, be smart. Just play along. I don't want to see you hurt. Here they come. Drink that beer and take it easy.
Yeah, okay.
How long you take to drink that stuff?
Come on, knock it up.
We're leaving?
Yeah, right now.
We're going to Courtier's place.
To my house? Oh, you wouldn't go to my house. You really wouldn't do that. No, now, look, I can phone my wife and make a good excuse to her for not being there. She won't give you any trouble, I promise it. You can stand right by the phone while I call her. You can hear everything I say, every word.
No.
But Morgan...
I said no. We'll drive slow all the way so it's dark when we get there. The whole street doesn't see us going in. Go on, Courtier, lead the way. You're our host. Yeah, it's a nice house you got, Courtier. From the outside, anyway.
Yeah, nice.
Is your wife pretty?
Why?
Oh, no reason.
Carl, look around outside the house. That way I'll go around the back.
What for?
For visitors.
Okay. Watch him, Hill.
Now, look, Hill. Look, you're different to those two. I know it. I saw it out in the desert when Morgan wanted to shoot me.
I felt sick.
Now, what's it worth to you to get my family and me out of this?
Not a chance.
Would $10,000 interest you?
Where you going to get that kind of dough?
My father, you heard of the Courtier markets in Los Angeles?
And he'll give me $10,000 just like that?
20 if you like. You can have the money in the morning. You can take my word for it.
Do you think I'd cross Morgan and get shot in a promise like that? How dumb do you think I am?
I tell you, my father's a rich man.
Shut up.
Where's Morgan?
I'm here.
I took a look inside. 2 kids asleep in back rooms.
Your wife, blonde, Courtier?
Yes?
That's the only person I saw.
Yeah. Blonde, huh?
Carl, keep your hands to yourself, your ideas to yourself, and act strictly within the limits of business. You understand?
The college boy.
Hill, what have you and Courtier been talking about?
Well, he was...
I've been asking him to behave when he gets inside.
That's natural. Let's go in.
Oh, let me go first. I want to talk to Doris.
We'll be listening.
Gene, where have you been? You promised to be home by 3 o'clock. I've been frantic.
What do you see, Doris?
I didn't know you brought someone home with you. Gene, what are those men doing here? Those guns.
Well, you got to take it easy, Doris.
What are they doing in the house?
I've been held up.
All I got was $10. Yeah, you're right, Kurt. Yeah, she is.
Carl! Remember what I said?
I was just saying. She's pretty.
What do these men want?
Mrs. Courtier, go into your own bedroom so you won't disturb your kids. Go on, go and wait there.
Please do as he says, Doris. Do as he says.
Yes. Yes, all right.
Hey, Mrs. Coutier, don't call out. Don't make any noise. Nothing to attract attention from the neighbors. Remember, we've got your husband in here.
Yes, I remember.
Boy, electronics must pay off. Some house.
Coutier, any guns in the house?
No, I'm afraid to keep one around because of the children.
You'd better not be lying to me. Hill, check every drawer and closet just to play safe.
Yep.
And don't wake those kids.
Like you, Morgan. I don't want noise.
Where's the phone?
Over there on top of that shelf.
I cut the wire.
No. Phone company might get suspicious, send someone out. Check all the back rooms, make sure no one can leave. And
don't wake the kids. Okay, Papa.
Coutier, you stay here. Sit down. While we're here, you'll do exactly as I say. And I mean exactly.
Look, Morgan, you'll go in the morning now, won't you?
When Stranker gives you the rest of the money for the car?
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
I know you will.
And then you'll go?
Leaving you to phone the cops?
I wouldn't do that.
I'd do that if I were you.
Well, I got my family to think
You're
about.
right, so have I. You and your wife can give a description of all of us. And don't tell me you wouldn't do that.
Hi, sweetheart.
Get out of here.
Car. Sit down, Coutier.
My wife...
Get out, I tell you.
Car. Come in here.
What for?
You too, Mrs. Coutier.
Will you tell me what you want,
Keep
Lewis?
quiet.
We asked the question, sweetheart.
Car. The name is Mrs. Coutier. This man's wife. You got that?
Now listen, Morgan.
You listen. We don't want noise, trouble of any kind. This is the second time I've told you. There won't be a third.
Everything's like you said, Morgan.
No guns?
Very respectable. No nothing.
Ha ha.
Shut up, Carr. I won't take your suggestive...
Remember, Coutier, I once told you this gun is a hair trigger.
Sit down, Coutier.
Do as he says, Jean, please. Please.
Okay.
All right. Mrs. Coutier, anybody likely to drop in here tonight?
No. No one that I know of.
Expecting any phone calls?
Well, Jean's dad, I talked to him earlier.
What about?
He lives in Los Angeles. Jean went to Los Angeles today.
To buy parts for Ricardo, we know.
Well, I thought Jean might have called to see his father. I mean, when Jean didn't come home...
We know what you mean.
I'll answer it.
Your wife can answer it.
But Morgan...
She answers it. Go on, Mrs. Coutier.
All right.
Go on, hurry it up. If it's his old man, tell him everything's okay.
Say one word out of line, that's going to be your last.
Leave her alone, will you? Go on, Doris.
Hello? Oh, Dad. Jean, well, he had a little tire trouble. Yes, I'll tell him. Goodbye.
Did you tell anyone else about your husband being late?
Well, you see, I...
Well, did you?
You better tell him, Doris.
The state police.
What? What did you say?
That Jean was late and I was worried. I called Harry Osborne.
He's a friend of ours.
He checked to see if there were any accidents, and there weren't. That's all.
I hope so, for your sake.
For your sake. And his. And the kids.
But you wouldn't. Not the children.
How dare you? How dare you come into our home this way, ordering us around, threatening us with guns? Get out! All of you get out! Just get out! Get out!
Oh, shut up, will you?
Look, Doris, it'll be all over with in the morning. You see, I gave Carr a lift on the road. He poked a gun at me and took my wallet. He only got $10, so they decided I'd better sell the car.
Well, what for?
$2,000, Mrs. Coutier. Stranker gave us $500. We collect the rest of it in the morning, when the bank's open.
That's for sure, Mrs. Coutier. So just behave. Oh, what's that?
A doorbell. Didn't you have no front door, Hill?
You've got visitors.
I told you I didn't expect anyone.
Go over there to the window, pull back the curtain, see who it is.
Yes, I can see from there.
Hurry it up. Hurry up!
You can see, Morgan, you can't get away with it.
If I don't, I start shooting.
It's Harry Osborne.
Who did you say he was?
State police?
He's a friend.
He isn't in uniform.
He's still a cop.
Well, he often drops around.
What do we do, Morgan? What do we do?
Coutier, answer the door. You've got to keep him from coming in. Because if anything goes wrong, that's the end of you.
And so ends Act One of our play. You've read about it, you've heard it discussed, you may even have seen it. I'm referring, of course, to the new Holden, which, as you know, was recently announced by GMH. If, however, you have not yet inspected this dramatic new car, you will be all the more interested to learn about the beauty and function of its new shape and styling, and its many mechanical refinements. One feature that will immediately impress you is the new Holden's longer side silhouette. A new windshield gives 20% more forward vision, and there is a longer, lower hood line. This latest Holden also has a new grille, massive, well-designed front and rear bumpers, vastly improved twin tail lights, turn signal lights, and parking lights. Inside, there is a completely new dash with hooded dials and a larger glove box door. Seating has increased in width, and there is more headroom. Mechanically, the new model has been evolved from the performance on Australian roads of more than 635,000 Holdens, the number manufactured by GMH since 1948. There are various improvements in the suspension, gearbox, and back axle, and the all-powerful engine now takes full advantage of the better standard-grade fuels now available. Altogether, this new car is a worthy successor to the 4 previous Holden models. A car designed and built in Australia to put know-how and experience to excellent use in a highly competitive industrial field. Behind every efficient, forward-looking detail are 3 years of planning and preparation by Australia's largest automotive company. Only an organization of the size and scope of General Motors Holdens could afford to be so painstaking and so thorough, a thoroughness evident in everything they undertake. For General Motors Holden's consistent aim is always to make more and better things for more people. And now Act 2 of the General Motors Hour production of The Night Holds Terror.
Well, you finally got home, Gene.
Yeah, Harry. Yeah, I finally got home.
Doris called me up.
Yeah, I know.
She was pretty worried.
Yeah, I went to Los Angeles for some recorder parts. Everything turned out okay, though, but thanks for the trouble, Harry.
No trouble. The Doris around?
Yeah, she's inside.
Fine, I'll just...
Well, she's busy with the kids. You'll have to excuse me.
But, Gene, I wanted especially to tell
Some
you...
other time, huh?
Been transferred to Oregon. Got it late this afternoon. I thought I'd make this goodbye. I brought drinks with me.
Well, I'm afraid you can't. I mean that... Well, Doris was upset when I didn't come back. She wants to go to bed.
But transfers are sudden, Gene. I'm going in the next few days.
Well, it's too bad. I'm sorry, Harry. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the way it is. Goodbye, Gene.
Goodbye.
Oh, Gene.
It's all right. He's gone.
Now you're thinking straight, Cody. Get back and sit down.
We have to just sit here all night?
No? I'm going to take a nap in the spare room.
What about Hill and me?
Look, you can stay here. Cody and his wife will leave the bedroom door open. That way you can see him all the time.
I like that.
When you sleep, Carr, he'll watch us. When he sleeps, you watch. You got that?
Yeah, boss man.
It's okay, Morgan.
It had better be. I'm tired. I intend to sleep.
Well, this is getting cozy. How about some music?
No, thanks.
Yes, please. Nice radio, Cordier. What I like about your house, everything is nice. Dance, honey?
If you don't mind, I think I'll see how the children are.
What's the matter? Afraid your old man might get jealous?
I just don't care to dance, that's all.
Well, I do.
Leave her alone.
Sit down, Cordier.
It's all right, Gene. It's all right. I'll dance with him.
Thanks, lady.
Why, you...
You can't get away with that, Carr.
Gene, don't!
I told you what I'd do, Cordier.
Put that gun away! Don't kill him! Don't!
Drop it. Drop it. Go on.
It's okay, Morgan. It's okay.
I told you, didn't I?
What's wrong with a dance?
Mrs. Cordier. One more scream like that'll be your last.
That drooling idiot makes one more pass at my wife. It'll be his last. I don't care what happens.
Take it easy, Cordier. Don't make it hard for yourself.
What's wrong with you, Hill? You on our side or his?
I'm just trying to keep it peaceful. You want the neighbors to hear?
All right. Cody, you and your wife go in the bedroom. Leave the door open so Hill and Carr can see you. Go on. Now, you two. Go in there and check up on them every once in a while. Otherwise, leave them alone.
Bye now. You have a real nice sleep, Morgan.
I intend to.
You know something, Hill?
What?
Nobody like Cordier sucks me and gets away with it.
Gene, what do you want in that drawer?
Just watch those two out there, will you?
It's all right. Carr is asleep and Hill has gone to the bathroom. What are you looking for?
These.
Scissors. What are you going to do?
I'm going out there. Gonna get Carr and get his gun.
You mean...
Kill him.
But he might cry out and warn the others. Gene, don't do it. Please don't do
I
it.
must for the children. Wait here and watch that bathroom door. And hope Hill doesn't come out.
Hey!
Gene, look out!
Don't move, Cordier! Don't move! Give me those scissors.
Hey. What's wrong, huh? Cordier, what are you doing?
He was just going to look at his kids.
What are those scissors for, Hill?
I got him in the bathroom. Manicure, see? A manicure.
Shut up! I'll watch him now. Cordier, get back to the bedroom. Gone!
Okay.
And stay there this time.
Thanks, Hill.
For what?
How do I know? I didn't do nothing for him.
Oh, Gene.
I couldn't do it, honey. I just stood looking down at Carr and I couldn't do it.
I know.
Why did I hesitate?
Well, I'm glad.
Glad. That was their one chance. How do we know what they'll do with us after they get that money in the morning?
Here they are, Mrs. Cordier. They're back.
Yes.
You got the money?
We got it. Cordier was a good boy. Hand it all over.
You got coffee?
Yes?
Pour some.
Doris, where are the children?
I left them in bed. They won't eat breakfast.
Hill, we got some bad news for you. We, only got $800 for the car.
8? Stranker said 2,000.
Cordier owed more on it than he thought. Didn't you, Cordier? Didn't you?
Multiply.
That's a stinking lie.
It's $200 for you.
200? 2? Cordier, I did you a favor last night.
What sort of favor?
Nothing. Cordier, give me the truth about the sale. They got 2,000, huh? They did get 2,000?
You're over 21. Figure it out for yourself.
Cordier, you trying to make trouble?
I'm making trouble. You trying to cheat me out of my share of the sale. Give me the rest of my dough. I'll...
You what?
Don't hit him.
That does it. I don't want any part of you guys.
Listen. You're in this for keeps, and don't you forget it.
When are you all going to leave this house?
Right now, Mrs. Cordier. Oh, your husband is coming along.
Hey, now, wait a minute. I got you the money. I've done everything that you asked me.
What do you want with Gene? He won't call the police. He won't do anything. Look, we let you get away. All we wanted to be left alone.
It's okay about the car. I don't mind about the car.
You heard me, Cordier. You're coming along.
You mean I'm to be a hostage?
That's right. Mrs. Cordier, if anything happens to us, he's dead. That's the way it's got to be.
Why should I call the police? My family mean 1,000 times more to me than seeing you behind bars.
Doris, please, it's all right.
Why should I care whether you're caught or not? Do you think I'd do anything that would endanger the lives of my family? Well, do you? Do you?
Doris, it's the way I want it. If it'll get them away from the house, away from you and the kids, it's okay with me.
Come on, let's go.
Look, if Gene doesn't call me in half an hour, I'm going to call the police. Do you hear? I'm going to call the police.
Shut up. He'll call you when he's good and ready, not before. He'll take Cordier out. We'll follow you. Pull up here, car.
What for? We only gone 50 yards around the corner from Cortier's house.
Pull up!
What now?
What's this for, Morgan?
Morgan, you're not going back to the house.
Is your wife smart, Courtier?
Well, I suppose. Why?
Because if she's not, we'll be reading about you in the papers tomorrow. The obituary column.
What do you mean?
If she calls the police, I'll know it.
How?
Because I put a little piece of paper underneath the phone receiver. She lifts the phone, the paper falls out.
Hey, that's pretty cute.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. And Courtier, if you hear a shot, your wife wasn't so smart.
What are you doing back?
Just checking, Mrs. Courtier.
Where's Gene? What have you done with him?
No, he's sitting in the car around the corner. Mm-hmm. You see that piece of paper?
You put it there?
Yeah. It would have fallen off if you'd lifted the receiver. I thought you'd like to know.
I haven't used the phone.
Okay, you're too smart to try any tricks. Just stay that way. Remember, we have a gun pointed on your husband's back. Make speed, car.
Okay.
Well, you're relieved, Courtier.
What?
To know your wife is smart.
She told you she wouldn't do anything to risk my life. Now, why can't you let me go, Morgan? Why do you have to...
3T25. 3T25.
What's that?
This radio.
A traffic accident. Vernon and Maine.
Interesting, huh?
Why didn't you tell my wife you were tuned into the police calls?
Oh, it slipped my mind.
Oh, no, it didn't. If you told her about that radio, you could have stopped her calling the police for sure.
Don't be dumb. The police were alerted to our hookup. They wouldn't put any calls over the radio now, would they?
This way, we got the cops cooperating.
If your wife is foolish enough to call them,
Father,
I will hear about it over the radio.
How long would it take?
About 3 minutes flat. And if she does call the police, Courtier, you get it. But good.
Hello? Oh, Mr. Ragland. Jean isn't in. Look, I can't talk. I'll have to call you later. Please get off the phone, Mr. Ragland. I don't want the line kept busy in case Jean calls.
Doris.
Oh, good morning, Jean.
Sorry I walked in on you like this, but I've been worried. So was Harry.
Harry? Oh, yes, Harry called last night, but Jean couldn't let him in. He simply couldn't because, you see...
Because what?
Well, I was putting the children to bed.
Harry called to say he was being transferred.
Transferred?
Well, didn't Jean tell you?
No. I mean, yes.
What is it, dear? Harry said Jean acted in a very strange way. There's something wrong.
No, Jean, no. That's what becomes of being a police officer's wife.
When you snatched up that phone as I came through the back door. Why don't you want the line to be busy? Look, honey, what's wrong? Tell me, let me help you. Doris. Oh, my dear.
Jane, if you breathe a word to anyone about what I'm going to say, it may cost Jean his life.
We can buy some gas here.
I'll stretch my legs.
Listen to that radio, Hill.
Okay.
Hey, you, come on, fill up the tank, will you?
Courtier.
Yeah?
While Morgan and Carr are away, here's a tip. If they turn off into the Dry Lake Road, you know that lonely desert stretch?
Yeah.
It means they're going to get rid of you. You'd better make a run for it.
I don't stand a chance in 10. Morgan's a dead shot.
It's better than your chances if you stick.
Yeah, thanks. You know, Hill, I just don't understand you.
It's just I don't want to be tied in with no murder, that's all.
13T9. Ambulance Avalon Boulevard. Code 2.
I wish they'd turn that thing off.
13T9.
So do I.
Ambulance Avalon Boulevard.
That broadcast my name and a description of you three. I'm finished.
Doris, when did they leave?
Oh, about 20 minutes ago.
We'd better call Jean's father.
Jane, I wouldn't dare.
Why?
Well, what if those hoodlums call here and get a busy signal? They'll think I'm talking to the police.
We'll call from my house.
I can't leave. I must wait for Jean to call me.
Then I'll phone for you.
No, please. It's too risky. Suppose Jean's father loses his head and calls the police. They said they'd kill Jean if I told anybody, and they meant it.
But we've got to do something.
Oh, look, please wait. Soon the half hour will be up, and then I'll call everybody.
Car, slow down when you get to the Dry Lake Road.
Okay.
They're going to give it to you at the Dry Lake Road.
Yeah.
You know what you two are?
You tell us, Hill. But sweetly.
You think you're big time. Geniuses. Just jerks.
What?
Anybody can kill a guy, but it takes brains to turn a guy into a gold mine. $200,000, for instance.
Come to the point.
This guy's old man runs them Cordier markets in Los Angeles.
How do you know?
Cordier told me. Tried to bribe me to let him go. With $20,000.
Yeah, maybe he was lying.
No, I wasn't.
Come to think of it, Cortier's an unusual name.
I never heard of Cordier markets.
Here, look. Look at this. There's a letter from my father in company stationery.
Show me that.
How about it, Morgan?
Yeah. Cortier's his old man, all right.
He's rich.
Hey, I got your point, Hill. So long as we've kidnapped Cordier, we might as well make his old man pay for it. But we don't change one thing, Cordier. If we get a police message over that radio about you before the half hour is up, you still get it.
Jane, what's keeping my husband from a phone? The half hour's almost up. You'd think he'd call.
People can't call right on time, Doris, especially when they're traveling in a car. Well, a lot of things can happen.
Like Jean getting a bullet in the back.
You've got to do something.
Don't keep saying that.
But you've got to.
All right. All right, you go home and call Jean's father, and I'll phone the police. But if Jean calls while the line is busy, they'll know what I'm doing. They'll kill him.
I'll go in with him.
Okay. I didn't think you'd go for this kidnapping so fast.
And why'd you suggest it? Go in the box with car, Cordier.
Come on.
You know what to say to Mrs. Cordier.
Oh, sure.
And Cordier, if that phone is busy at your house, you know what to expect.
And so ends Act 2 of our play. Earlier this evening, I told you a little about the new Holden. Now, I'd like to take you behind the scenes and describe briefly a few of the major steps in its development. As you know, it took more than 3 years to design, style, and test the new Holden. This work was carried out with conspicuous success by a staff of 563 stylists, designers, and specialists in the engineering department of GMH, the only complete design engineering department in the Australian automotive industry. First, a target date was set for production. Then the styling staff began the preparation of artists' sketches and full-scale drawings. Next, a small-scale model of the new Holden was constructed for preliminary approval. This having been obtained, the GMH chief engineer, Mr. G. Wayne Brown, prepared a product program, including what is called a mechanical baseline to meet requirements in performance, economy, low-cost operation, and suitability for Australian conditions. Management having approved the preliminary styling and specifications, a full-scale plaster model of the new Holden was built. Next, the styling layout was passed to the drafting office, and separate drawings for each part of the new vehicle were issued to the experimental department, who manufactured the parts by hand. Using these parts, prototype cars were built for each body type in the new Holden range. When GMH engineers were satisfied with their structure, the cars were subjected to complete performance tests, at the GMH Automotive Proving Ground, Lang Lang, Victoria. After 25,000 miles, each new Holden prototype was completely disassembled so that all parts could be checked. Finally, the test cars were reassembled and the tests were continued to obtain an entire life reading of performance and durability. This outline sketch of the design, construction, and testing of the new Holden says nothing of the 1,001 other exacting processes and details in its production, all of them essentially important. It is offered as an indication of General Motors Holden's ability to translate a wealth of know-how and experience into what is indeed Australia's own car, manufactured throughout by the company that has proved itself a link in the chain of Australia's progress, a partner in Australia's future. And now here is the final act in the General Motors R production of The Night Holds Terror.
Hello? Hello?
Los Angeles Police. Detective Pope?
This is Doris Cartier, Edwards Air Base. 3 men have taken my husband away, and he's being held as a hostage. There isn't much time. If they aren't caught soon, my husband...
Just a moment, Mrs. Courtier.
But there isn't much time.
All right. A description of the 3 men, if you can.
Yes, all in their 20s. One dressed in a blue suit and tie, one in a leather jacket and gray slacks, and one in a T-shirt and blue jeans.
They drive a car?
Yes, but I didn't see the number. I never left the house, you see. It's a late model. Blue, I think.
Blue. Okay, that'll do for the time being. We'll call you back.
But what about my husband?
We'll broadcast the description over the police radio. I'll rush the message onto the air.
What's your phone number, Courtier?
Lancaster 2343.
Okay.
Number, please.
Lancaster 2343.
Thank you. Your number, please.
Empire 32140.
Hold the line, please.
Operator's gonna call now. And we better get straight through, Courtier.
You will?
You think I will?
Yeah.
It's taking time. Hello.
What's wrong, Carr?
What's wrong? I'm waiting to take the call at Courtier's house, but nothing happens. Maybe the number's busy.
No, Doris wouldn't call anybody.
What's wrong with you anyway? Half an hour's more than up.
Lancaster 2343 waiting. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Hi, Sugar.
Gene. What about Gene?
He's here.
Here, let me talk to him.
No.
That's Gene. I can hear him. How long before you let him go? When will I see him?
Sooner than you think. Now, look. Get in touch with his old man. Tell him we want $200,000 cash. That's a must.
I'll tell him. Please let me speak to Gene.
Courtier, you can speak to her. Now, wait. Just say you're okay. Just that.
All right.
Here, take it.
Doris, the car radio. It's tuned to the police calls. It's...
Come on.
You were a fool to do that, Courtier.
Leave him alone. People are looking at us.
We'll settle with you later, wise guy. Come on back to the car.
Operator, give me the Los Angeles Police. Hurry, please. Hurry.
They couldn't locate Gene's dad, Doris.
Gene, I just talked to Gene.
On the phone?
Yes, the car is tuned to the police radio. If the police broadcast a description of those 3, they'll know who's responsible. I've killed Gene. I've killed him.
Now, honey.
Pope's office.
This is Mrs. Courtier, Edwards Air Base. I must speak to Detective Pope. It's urgent.
Yes, Mrs. Courtier. Hold the line.
Hurry, please. Why don't they hurry?
You sure about this?
I told you Gene spoke. That's all he said. He was warning me. I knew I shouldn't have called him.
Pope speaking.
It's Mrs. Courtier. I just heard from my husband.
Where was he calling from?
Oh, please don't waste time. He managed to tell me that the car is tuned to police broadcasts. Don't you see? If those men hear their descriptions, and well, they'll know that you're after them and they'll kill Gene. You've got to stop that broadcast.
I'll try, Mrs. Courtier. Hold on.
Yes.
What are they doing?
Well, he said he'd try to stop it. It might be too late.
Where to now, Morgan?
A nice, quiet place where we wait for Courtier Sr. to pay us $200,000.
Yeah. How about Courtier warning his wife?
Hill, turn the radio back on.
Okay.
Courtier, why did you warn your wife about this radio? You think she's called the police?
No, she wouldn't do anything like that. She wouldn't.
Attention all cars. This is an emergency.
Be on the lookout for a blue sedan.
This is the blue sedan.
A blue sedan containing...
What's wrong with that thing?
It's okay. You can see it's okay. Stop, that's all.
Attention all cars. This is an emergency.
Here he goes again.
Be on the lookout for blue sedan containing aged couple, Mr. and Mrs. Vaughn White of Los Angeles. Both are wanted immediately at Los Angeles Hospital. Their son is critically ill.
Okay, turn it off. We'll head for Joey's place.
Mrs. Cordier,
Yes, I'm still here.
we just did it. The broadcast was just going over. We substituted a dummy message on the spot just in case they got suspicious.
Oh, that's good.
Mrs. Cordier, you still there?
Yes, they want Jean's father to find 200,000 ransom money.
That means they'll call you back again. Look, Mrs. Cordier, tell your father-in-law to go ahead and raise the money. I'll send Detective Spears over to see you. He'll tell you what to do.
Come in, Mrs. Spears.
Thanks, Mrs. Cordier.
This is Mrs. Jane Osborne, a neighbor, Detective Spears.
Hello.
Mrs. Osborne, you know what's been going on, I guess.
Yes, I do.
All right. You might as well listen, too. Two heads are better than one.
I'll do anything I can to help.
Well, so far, Detective Pope has alerted all telephone operators. They've been instructed to report any call to this number.
I told Detective Pope Jean called me from San Fernando.
Yeah, we checked on that. Trouble is, they gave a wrong number from their call box.
Oh.
Pretty cute, but they won't get away with it again.
Well, what do you mean?
I brought a couple of special technicians along with me. They're going to work on your phone. Every time it rings, we can listen to headquarters and trace the call.
Well, is there anything else you can do?
Nope. Once we get a line on where they're calling from, we can send cars straight to the spot. It's our only chance.
But sometimes, in a case of kidnapping,
Yeah?
it doesn't matter.
Weren't you going to say they don't always wait to get the ransom money? Sometimes they kill their victim anyway.
Don't, Doris. Don't.
Whose house is this?
Just a friend of mine.
Some house.
Some friend. She
Shut
must
up, car. Get the door open.
Okay, boss man. Step right in.
After you, Cordier.
Pretty fancy joint.
Yeah.
Cordier,
Yeah?
you see out there? On the balcony?
Yeah. Nice view.
There's a straight drop down there of 100 feet. Now, you behave or we'll throw you over.
Now we're cozy, Morgan. How about this ransom money?
Ah, Cordier's old man's got to have time to collect it.
How much time?
He'll get it, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, give him a reminder. I'll drive into town, call your wife.
What for?
Just to ask her when the money will be ready.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Write your phone number down. Here in this notebook.
It's Lancaster, 2343.
I said write it down.
Here.
Okay. The car, while I'm gone, you watch him.
You'll be back before dark?
What's wrong? You afraid of the dark?
Yeah. Yeah, the place has got drinks, too. Hey, Cordier, where you going?
Just out on the balcony to look at the view.
You go with him, Hill.
Okay. Morgan was right. It is some drop down there.
Yeah, some drop.
What's Carr doing now?
Drinking.
Turn your back to him. Stand close. I want to talk.
What about?
You could get out of this if you wanted to.
Who says I want to? I get a third of that ransom, you know.
Sure, just like the split in my car.
Oh, no, this time it'll be a different deal.
You bet it will be. This time you're trading a robbery charge with the electric chair. Brother, you're really in big business now. Big payoff, big stakes. None bigger, your life.
Cut it out, will you?
We can take him unawares. I'll hit him. You go for his gun.
And suppose it misses. He'd kill us.
But it's worth a chance.
I'll think about it.
Number, please.
I want Lancaster 2343.
Hold the line, please.
Hurry it up, will you?
Detective Pope.
This is Special Switch Operator, position 502. I have a call for Lancaster 2343.
Okay, put it through. We'll trace it. Max?
Yeah?
Position 502. Call to the Courtier number going through now. Trace it.
Oh, I'd better let it ring a while. Every delay will help Detective Pope if it's one of those men.
Yes, it will.
Perhaps it's Jean.
Aren't you overdoing it a little? They might hang up.
Hello?
You took plenty long to answer. The money ready?
Well, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Is it ready?
Jean's dad lives in Los Angeles. He's doing the best he can, but you must realize...
Listen, Mrs. Courtier. I'll call him tonight. At his house. And that's your last call.
We won't pay you a cent until we talk to Jean. Not till we make sure that he... Hello? Hello? He hung up.
That was no good. We didn't have time to trace the call through the selectors.
Listen, Max, a man's life hangs on this. You've got to do it.
There are thousands of selectors, and we've got to trace the calls through every one of them.
Look, they're contacting Courtier's father at his home tonight. It's their last call. You got that?
Yeah.
If we don't locate him tonight, they'll kill Jean Courtier.
I know.
All right, get every available man on the job. Alert every special operator. And I want Mrs. Courtier over to father-in-law's house.
What for?
Anything to waste time. Stall the kidnappers on the phone while we trace the call. Have all your equipment set up and ready at the house by nightfall.
Okay. But if the Courtiers can't stall on that phone call, we're finished.
Why isn't Morgan back by now? How long does it take to drive into town and put in a call?
Aren't you getting a little edgy, Hill? Maybe you need a drink. A stiff one.
I don't want a drink.
Okay, I'll drink it myself. How about some music? These programs... Why ain't there nothing hot? It's all the same.
Morgan will be back soon. We're going to take Carr. We've got to do it.
No, I can't. I'm scared. He's plenty tough. The first blow's got to put him out or he'll stop.
Keep quiet.
Hey, what do you two got your heads together for, huh? What's going on here? Have a drink, Hill. Good.
You did it!
Quick, take the gun. Let's get outside. There's a car parked down the road.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Hey, Hill! Hill!
That's Carr. It's Carr.
I couldn't have hit him hard enough. Whose car is that? Yeah, whose car is that?
It's Morgan. That's who it is. Morgan. Give me that gun. Give it to me.
Morgan, watch out there! Morgan!
Where do you think you're going?
Ah!
Don't you move, Courtier.
I'm gonna fix you this time, Courtier!
Come along, get back from him.
But Morgan, he hit me!
Look, I've made enough noise to rouse the whole neighborhood, and Hill is lying there dead. We gotta get away from here. Get in the car.
Where are we going?
Back to town. Call Courtier's father. That money had better be ready.
Have a cigarette, Mr. Pope?
No, thanks, Mr. Courtier. Max, you got everything set up over there?
Yeah, everything's ready. We've got a direct line through the exchange. It'll give us a blow-to-blow description when the call comes.
Why doesn't it come? We've been waiting so long.
Now, take it easy, Mrs. Courtier. Don't get rattled. Remember, you've got to stall. Anything to give us time. Don't make it too obvious, but give us a chance. How long will it take you to trace the call, Mr. Pope? Well, the call is traced from selector to selector. Each has to be examined till the right one's found. The call is traced to the right exchange, then the right call box. And then the squads close in. It could take a minute or 5 minutes.
There it is.
Okay, Max, here it is. Let it ring, Mrs. Courtier.
Hello, you getting it? Okay, let me know, will you? Gotta work now.
Right, Max.
We can't stall much longer.
A few more seconds. You answer it, Mrs. Courtier, then hold on while you call your father-in-law.
All right.
Uh-huh.
What? 504.
I've got it. It's in Bay 504. That means 36 selectors to check.
Okay, Max. All right, Mrs. Cordier. Remember, stall.
Hello?
I told you I wanted to speak to the old man.
He's here. I'll call him. Will you wait while I call him?
Go on, call him.
Please hold on.
Call him, will you?
Yes. Dad? Are you there, Dad? Dad?
No, Mr. Pope.
Just a minute.
Max, hang on. I've got the second digit. One more selector to check, and they'll know the exchange.
Okay, Mr. Cordier.
Hello?
Hurry it up, will you?
What took you so long?
Doris just called me. You see, it's a big house, and sometimes it's difficult to hear.
Never mind that.
Max,
Get
what's
the money.
holding him up?
Well, you see, it's a lot to get quickly.
Have you got it?
I'm trying to explain to you. It's this way. 200,000 is a lot of money when you want it in a hurry. I've raised a lot of it by asking friends to see me through.
Okay. How much have you got?
I'm still short of a few thousand. Doris, how much is it, all told?
I've got it. It's the Dunkirk exchange.
Okay, keep him talking, Mr. Cordier, just another half minute. Max, get the squads on the move. Go to Area 3RA and tell them to watch out for Cordier.
What's Morgan doing in that call box? What's he doing?
You don't seem to understand, Carr. 200,000's a lot to raise in a matter of hours.
Come on, get out.
What for?
I want to hurry Morgan up. Now get out.
What now?
Over to that call box.
But what...
What's wrong with you? What are you hanging back for? Come on, move. Move, I said.
Okay. Keep your hands off.
I owe you, Cordier. You don't do like I say, you'll get paid. Now walk ahead of me. That's it.
That's what I said.
Morgan.
Quiet.
Listen, Cordier, I told you I want all of it, 200,000. Nothing less will do. I know it takes time to raise. That's your business. Huh?
Morgan.
Just a minute. What's the idea, Carl? What are you doing here?
Come out of that call box, will you? Don't you see? Don't you figure? They keep you on the line now. They trace the call.
Get back and let me finish.
Come on out.
Get your hands off me.
Listen, there's a car.
It's the cops.
What'd I tell you? You're talking your head off. What? No! What's up? Cordier hit me. Come back, Cordier.
Never mind him. They're coming.
I can see. I'm making a break. Okay, get it there. Hold it. Ow!
All right, don't shoot. Don't shoot. You can say I got my hands up. Don't shoot.
Get out of the way, Morgan.
Why do you tell him not to shoot?
You tell him I want to talk to my wife.
Don't shoot me.
Okay. Keep him up, you.
Hello?
Oh, Doris.
Jean. Oh, darling.
That's all right. I'm all right. The police are here.
Are you sure, Jean? It's all over now?
Yeah, darling. It's all over. I'll be home again soon. This time I'll be alone.
And so ends the General Motors R production of The Night Holds Terror, adapted from the Columbia film by Rue Pullen, in which you heard the following players: Reginald Lai, John Bushell, Margaret Christensen, Max Osbiston, David Eady, Brian Anderson, Terry McDermott. Our stars were Hart Maguire as Jean Cortier, June Salter as Doris Cortier, and Joe McCormick as Morgan. The General Motors R is directed by Harry Harper, who produced tonight's play. 1 week from tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the General Motors R will present The Hasty Heart, a tender and absorbing story of a young Scot condemned to die, but unaware of his fate. We shall star John Ewart. Until then, this is John Deese saying good night to you all from the General Motors Hour, which now signs off from the Macquarie Network and cooperating stations throughout Australia.
The General Motors Hour. Our play tonight, The Citadel. General Motors Holdens through the Macquarie Network and cooperating stations in all states, present Frederick March and Florence Eldridge in The Citadel. And here is your host, Mr. Harry Durst.
Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. When A.J. Cronin wrote The Citadel, he already had several novels to his credit. But with the publication of this powerful story of a doctor's career, he found himself hailed as one of England's finest contemporary authors. Like another eminent writer, W. Somerset Maugham, Cronin was a doctor before he turned to literature. And in The Citadel, his personal experience in the medical profession helped him to create a living and dramatic story which became an immediate bestseller and set the seal on his literary career. His hero, the idealistic young Dr. Andrew Manson, progresses from assistant doctor in the Welsh mining country to a fashionable practice in that mecca of the medical man, Harley Street. In the course of his advancement, he encounters ignorance, incompetence, and hostility. And out of his own weakness, he discovers his greatest strength. In the roles of Andrew Manson and his wife, Chris, you'll hear that celebrated American husband and wife theatrical combination, Frederick March and Florence Eldridge. These two outstanding artists have long held prominent positions on the legitimate stage and in motion pictures. Their work together in such Broadway successes as The American Way, The Skin of Our Teeth, and their most recent vehicle, Ibsen's An Enemy of the People, also in films like I Stand Accused and Another Part of the Forest, has brought them nationwide and worldwide acclaim. Tonight, in The Citadel, they add a further triumph to their impressive list. Ladies and gentlemen, we present The Citadel, starring Frederick March and Florence Eldridge. The mining country of southern Wales is dismal, even when the sun is shining. The black dust from the pithead seems to hang over everything, casting an eternal blight over the land and the people on it. The unchanging wretchedness of row upon row of company houses stretching from the main roads to the foot of the Dure Hills pervades everything. Yes, even when the sun is shining, the cold town of Blaenachlin is a bleak and dreary place. It's at its worst this rain-swept evening when Dr. Andrew Manson stands in the doorway of Dr. Page's cottage and rings the bell.
Well, this must be Dr. Manson, the new assistant. Come in, my dear, come in. I'm Doctor's wife, Mrs. Page.
How do you do?
Take off your things. Hang them there on the hall tree. A man can catch his death this weather.
Yes, of course.
I am pleased to see you. I've been out of my mind nearly since that last awful fellow left us. Come along before you're a minute older and have supper.
Is Dr. Page on a call? Oughtn't we to wait?
I don't know if I mentioned it in my letter, but the fact is, Doctor hasn't been too well lately.
Oh.
He's took to his bed these past weeks, but he'll soon be all right. Make no mistakes about that.
I see. This is the first job like this I've had. Assistant to a company doctor and all that. But I'm not afraid of work.
There now. I knew we'd be lucky with our next one. Here we are. Sit you down now. Supper's ready.
Thank you.
For what we are about to receive, make us truly grateful. I guess you were glad to land this job.
Yes, I was. It isn't easy for a doctor to get placed.
By the way, there's a call from number 7 Glitter Place. Came in the back of 5 o'clock. No hurry now. Oh, but there, I forgot. This will be your first case in Blaenachlin, and you're anxious to get started. Well, higgy-da. Here's to us.
Thought I'd look in to welcome you,
I'm Denny, assistant to the esteemed Dr. Nichols, L.S.A.
How'd you do? you won't mind, will you, Denny, if I go on mixing this prescription? Fellow on Glitter Place. He's calling for it shortly.
Splendid. You've begun the good work already, huh? 1 tablespoonful every 3 hours. It's reassuring to meet the dear old mumbo-jummery. Now, look here, Manson, I realize you're just passing through on your way to London and Harley Sea, but in the meantime, there are 1 or 2 things you ought to know. There's no hospital, no ambulance, no x-rays, no anything. If you want to operate, use the kitchen table. Page, your boss, was a good old doctor 3 years ago, but he'll never do a hand's turn again. And Nichols, my owner, is a tight little money-chasing midwife. As for myself, I'd better anticipate the gay tidings. I drink like a fish. Now, I think that's about all. Oh, by the way, I should look out for typhoid in Glitter Place if I were you. Some of these cases aren't exactly typical.
Typhoid, of course. What a fool I've been.
Well, Manson, killed anybody yet?
You were right, Denny. It is typhoid. An epidemic. I ought to be shot for not recognizing it. I rang the district M.O. and couldn't get a word out of him. I've come to ask your advice.
Take a chair, have a drink.
Oh, I'd rather...
Not. No, I thought you wouldn't. Take a look at that.
The latest microscope. Must have cost a fortune.
Had to give up drinking for 6 months to pay for it. I recognize what's in the slide on the stage there.
Typhoid bacillus.
And very clumsily done, of course. Practically botched. In fact, I'm no slide maker. If anything, I'm a surgeon. Those germs come from the well in Glitter Place. It's the main sewer. Leaks like the devil. Seeps into half the wells in that end of town.
Does Griffiths know that?
Well, he's a lazy, evasive, incompetent swine. Afraid to ask the district council for a new sewer in case they should dock his wretched wages to pay for it. There's only one way to make them build a new sewer.
How?
Blow the old one.
Oh, you're mad. The police would be down
on...
on...
you needn't come in with me if you don't want to.
No, there's one thing I'm sure of. From now on, every drop of water in Glitter Place is going to be boiled.
Couldn't you arrange to have Griffiths in it? Oh, yes. Before you slam on out of here, I suppose you've heard there's measles cropping up in that area, too.
Now, children, we'll go straight on to our sums in 3 columns and pay absolutely no attention to Idris. There's a very good reason why she has to sit over there by herself. Now then, copy what I'm writing on the blackboard.
Are you Miss Barlow?
Yes? Oh, aren't you Dr. Page's new assistant?
That's hardly the point, though. I am, Dr. Manson. You have a contact here, Idris Howells. You know her brother has the measles.
Yes, I know.
Don't you realize it's quite against the rules to have her here?
Well, Mrs. Howells was at her wit's end. And most of the children here have had the measles. Those that haven't are sure to get it sooner or later. And if Idris had stopped off from school, she'd have missed her milk, which is doing her a lot of good.
It isn't a question of milk, Miss Barlow. She ought to be isolated.
Well, I have her isolated in a kind of way. If you don't believe me, look for yourself, back there.
A separate stool in the back of the room may be your idea of isolation. I'm afraid it isn't mine. Send the child home at once.
Doesn't it occur to you that I'm mistress of this class? You may be able to order people about in more exalted spheres, but here it happens to be my word that counts.
You're breaking the law. If you keep her here, I'll have to report you.
Well, then you better report me or have me arrested. No doubt it will give you immense satisfaction. There's nothing more, is there? Stand up, children, and say good morning, Dr. Manson. Thank you for coming.
I'm asleep. Come in or go away, but stop that foolish knocking.
Denny, do you still want to blow up that sewer?
I thought you'd be around long for this. What did it?
Joe Morgan's baby was stillborn. I did the hot water, cold water job. The baby came to life. For what? There was a wake in the house next door. Typhoid.
Have a drink. You need it.
Thank you. Where do we get the gunpowder or the dynamite?
I already have it. 6 parts nitro to 2 parts glycerin. Shook it up myself. Cheerio.
Cheers. Denny, my son. Do I look as strange as I feel?
Ah, the manhole.
Yeah.
Doctor, you will assist at this operation?
But of course.
Thank you, Doctor. Crowbar, please.
Your crowbar, Doctor?
Thank you, Doctor.
That's not loud enough.
Now, ready, Doctor? Here. Mother, knit me a gas mask.
Pretty, isn't it, eh? Look at those cracks. Take a last look.
Got a match, Manson?
Match? Oh,
Yes, of course. Good man. Quickly now. The current in the sewer will carry them along, away from here.
Oh, so that's why the cork floats.
Precisely. Can't have our fuses snuffled out, you know.
Yeah. Now, that's the last. Roll back the cover.
All right. There. And let's get away from here.
Well, a crowded surgery this morning. Who's first?
Good morning, Doctor.
Oh, are you first, Miss Barlow?
I believe I am.
Huh? In here, please.
I have a sore throat.
Sore throat. Open your mouth, please. Say ah.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Again, please. Now the chest. Cough, please. Again, please. Lungs are absolutely clear. I'll give you a gargle every 3 hours.
Thank you.
Oh, Miss Barlow.
Yes?
For several days, I've wanted to come around and apologize for my rudeness. Perhaps you were right. The children here do need milk badly.
But I'm afraid you were right. Idris is out of school with the measles. Oh, I heard what you did with the Morgan baby.
When I arrived here, Miss Barlow, I believed that the practice of medicine was bounded on the north by ethics and on the south by textbooks. I've learned differently, thanks to you.
And Philip Denny.
Do you know Denny? He didn't tell me.
He did me.
What did he,
About a certain sewer?
Oh?
I think it's just fine. The extra employment these days, don't you, for the men who dig sewers hereabouts?
Yes, I do. Perhaps sometime you will go to the cinema with me. And Denny, Or bicycling. Do you have a bicycle?
Oh, yes. I have a bicycle. Try asking me.
Dr. Manson. You're a fool, Dr. Manson. After all, the children will get the measles sooner or later, and milk is very important.
Dr. Manson? Dr. Manson, I want you.
Yes, Mrs. Page.
Are you deaf? Didn't you hear me say I wanted you?
What is it, Mrs. Page?
Maybe you'll be kind enough to explain this.
Joe Morgan's check. Canceled, too. Where did you get this?
You'd better tell me quick how you come to bank that money for yourself when it's Dr. Page's money and you know it.
Dr. Page got his fee. Joe Morgan made me a present of that £5 for saving his baby.
What right have you got taking presents from Dr. Page's patients? Any money comes in belongs to him. A thief, that's what you are, a dirty common thief.
Mrs. Page, you made a charge against me. Unless you take it back and apologize, I'll sue you for defamation of character. I'm waiting, Mrs. Page.
All right. I'll take it back. I apologize.
There are a few other things I want to tell you. You make £1,500 a year because of the work I do for you. Out of this, you pay me a miserable $250, and in addition, do your best to starve me. You're a mean, guzzling, mercenary witch. In fact, you're a pathological case. I give you notice here and now.
Dr. Manson.
Right here,
Manson.
right here, sir.
I'm Dr. Llewellyn. Will you come this way, please?
Certainly.
Make yourself at ease, Doctor. I'm Owen, Secretary to the Aberlour Medical Society. Under our scheme, the workers in Aberlour and the surrounding mines pay over a certain amount of their wages to the Society every week. Out of that, we provide the necessary medical services.
I'm head physician and surgeon with 4 assistant doctors. The workers choose which doctor's list they prefer to be on.
You get paid so much per head for every miner's card in your file.
I see.
Altogether, we find it a good scheme. Now then, this doctor is the miners' committee. Gentlemen, have you any questions?
Why did you leave Blalaxton?
I was dissatisfied with my wages, working conditions, and lack of medical facilities.
Been looking for a job ever since?
That's right. But this is the kind of job I've been looking for. I'm interested in mine conditions.
Yes, speak Welsh, Doctor?
No, I was brought up on the Gaelic.
A lot of good that would be here.
I've always found it useful for swearing at my patients.
Thank you, Dr. Manson. Doctor, we've all been struck exceedingly by 2 testimonials. One from a Dr. Denny who has an MS, a very high degree. The other, enclosed with his, is signed by Dr. Page, whose assistant you were. They refer to your good self in very genuine terms. There is just one more possible difficulty, Doctor. The men prefer a married doctor when it comes to attending their families. And there's a house, Vale View, and a good house, too, that goes with the position. It wouldn't be suitable for a single man.
As a matter of fact, gentlemen, I'm engaged to someone in Blynachlan. I've just been waiting on a suitable appointment to get married.
That's settled, then. I'm sure the committee wishes you and the Mrs. Manson to be every success in your new appointment.
Chris! Oh, Chris! Can you stop a moment?
Andrew, of all people, where have you been?
I was over in Aberlaw yesterday.
What were you doing there?
Oh, Chris, they have everything there a doctor needs. Hospitals, X-ray equipment, the fluoroscope. But, Chris, the miners' committee offered me one of the resident posts.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, I turned it down, though. There was a little complication.
Oh, yes? What was it?
Oh, it's a matter of a house. You see, the job requires a married man.
Oh, that's too bad.
I say, Chris, have you ever thought of marrying?
Naturally.
Yeah. You ever thought of marrying me?
Andrew Manson, is this a proposal of marriage or a deep-dyed plan to get a job?
You know I'm in love with you, Chris.
Well, you'd better rush over to Aberlow first thing tomorrow and tell them that you'll take that job.
Here it is, Chris. Our new home.
Well, it's nice, isn't it? Huh? You ever see so many turrets on one little house?
No wonder they wanted a married man.
Let's go in.
Say, Chris, what's that?
A wedding present from Denny.
Probably an old boot inside. That's Denny's idea of humor.
Open it. Go on.
Chris, it's the microscope. Denny's microscope. That wonderful... Wait a minute. Wait, he's written something. I don't really need this. I told you I was a sawbones. Thanks to your example, I am shaking the dust of Blynachlan from my feet, too, and getting back to real surgery. Good luck.
Bless him.
How can we miss now? How can we miss?
The history of transportation is, in its own way, the story of human progress. The transition from lumbering camel trains and ox-drawn carts to horseless carriages and modern motor vehicles encompasses almost the entire span of man's recorded activity. Today, the motor car is no longer the possession of the privileged few. It's part of the people, of their mode of living, of our Australian way of life, both at work and at play. From the very start, General Motors set their sights on the target of better motor vehicles for more people everywhere. Constant research into better and cheaper ways of doing things, volume production, and close contact with their customers have enabled General Motors Holdens to bring swift, safe, personal transport within the range of the great mass of our people. General Motors Holdens A link in the chain of Australia's progress, a partner in Australia's future. There is one basic difference between Blaenachlin and Abralau, which is immediately apparent to both Andrew and Christine Manson. Abralau is the larger. Everything else seems to follow from that. A better living, more patience, harder work, and more coal dust. It's the coal dust that Andrew is thinking of as he questions his assistant, Gedge, in his new surgery, which displays the sign reading Abralau Medical Society, West Division, Andrew Manson, M.D.
Gadge, come here a minute, will you?
Yes, Doctor?
Gadge, are most of the men like Lewis?
How do you mean, sir?
Me tube's bit of a cough, like short of breath I am.
Most of the men from Old Tom, Pendennis and Adam West sinking.
They're anthracite, aren't they?
Aye, sir.
Have Lewis admitted to a hospital, Gadge. He's out in the waiting room.
What for, sir?
Apical pneumonia, an observation. I want a sample of his sputum right away.
Dr. Leslie always gave them the pink medicine and sent them back to work. And the men seem to like that, Doctor.
Pink medicine for this sort of thing?
It'll be hard on his family, sir, with him in the hospital.
Give him a certificate.
But there's no compensation for this, sir.
No compensation?
No, sir. Only for illness or accident directly attributed to the work in the mines,
But this
Doctor.
is caused directly by their work, Gadge. It's the dust, man. The coal dust they breathe day in and day out. If ever there was an industrial disease...
It's not on the company list, Dr. Manson.
Lewis goes into the hospital at once. Who's next?
Yes, sir. Next.
Certificate.
What for?
Stagmus. The name is Jenkin. Ben Jenkin.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember. From the committee.
Can't keep my eyes still. That's Stagmus, all right, isn't it?
Well, it might be. It might be a lot of other things, too. Take your shirt off.
What for?
I want to examine you.
I don't need no examining. Ain't been examined for 7 years.
Well, don't you think it's time you were?
Well, all right.
Good man. All right. Now we'll listen to your chest first. Cough, please. Again, please. Very well.
What's this to do with Stagmus?
Say ah. Now let me see your eyes.
What for?
All right. Get dressed.
Thought you'd let us have the certificate.
Here you are. Next, please.
Hey, what's the meaning of this?
Oh, can't you understand it? I'll read it to you. This is to certify that Ben Jenkin is suffering from the effects of overindulgence in malt liquors, but is perfectly fit for work.
Stagmus! 15 years of Scotch Stagmus.
You haven't got it now.
For the last time. Are you going to give us Stagmus certificate?
No, I'm not.
I'll have the card. There's other doctors who'll give me a certificate if you won't.
Give him his card, will you, Gadge?
Yes, sir. Here, Jenkin.
We'll see about this.
I'd go easy, Doctor. Jenkin's a big man on the committee.
I know that. Where's that?
One moment. Adams West, number 3 shot. That's trouble. We better hurry. It heads over this way, Doctor.
All right, Gadge. I'm with you.
Let us through. It's the doctor. Let us through here. Mr. Owen, here's the doctor.
Oh, yes. Dr. Manson, it's a nasty business. Nobody killed down there, but one of our lads is pinned by his arm. We can't shift him an inch, and the roof's rotten. Have to go any minute. You'll have to hurry.
Very well, Owen. We're ready.
Lower away.
Have we far to go?
About 100 yards from the shaft, Doctor.
I see.
This way. Just follow the lad with the lamp. Mighty easy to get lost in the diggings.
Right.
Stay close to the wall. You step off the ledge, they'll never find you.
I don't doubt that. Gadge, be careful with that bag.
Yes, sir. Doing my best, sir.
Here he is, Doctor.
Looks like you're going to have some ambulance practice on Bevan here and proper.
Be quick, Doctor, if you want us to get out of here.
His arm's pinned. Very well. Gadge.
Yes, sir.
Chloroform.
Aye, bottle's smashed, Doctor.
All right. Let me have the tourniquet.
Aye, sir.
Bevan, shut your eyes. Steady with the stretcher. Wrap the blankets around him. Take him to the hospital.
Aye, Doctor.
All right, Gadge. That's all we can do here.
Oh, Andrew.
Here now, darling. Here, what's wrong?
They told us the roof was down, that you wouldn't come out.
Easy, Chris, easy. We're all out, except Sam Bevan's arm. It's all right, Chris. It's all right. Hello, Mason. Matron said I'd find you here in the office. Did you have a look at Lewis, my chest case?
Nothing to worry about. Right as rain in a day or so.
I had half a dozen similar chests this morning, but not so far advanced. They aren't the ordinary colds that coughs. And I've a notion to make a study of the effects of mine dust on the lungs.
Maybe something in that.
Oh, I see. Well, shall we get along, see my patients?
You needn't bother, Manson. I'll look after them. You see, all hospital cases come onto my list. You can't have your assistants clattering about the wards in your hobnail boots.
Darling, Andrew.
Hello, Chris.
Lobster for supper, the only one in Avalon.
Oh, that's fine, dear.
I knew you'd like it. Andrew, is Bevan all right?
I suppose so.
Then what is it, darling? You're upset.
No, it's nothing.
Something went wrong at the hospital.
No, nothing wrong. Chris, it isn't the Avalon Hospital. It's Llewellyn's Hospital. I'm positive there's a genuine chance for research work here. But it takes observation, study, lab work, charting, and scientific recording. Nobody uses the hospital here except Llewellyn.
Andrew, you once said that all a doctor needed for research was a microscope, a notebook, and a room with a roof over it. Come with me, dear. You see? Nothing in here except an old packing case and a microscope. But there's a roof, and we can afford to buy a notebook.
We?
Yes, dear. Don't you think an ex-school teacher ought to make a fair laboratory assistant?
Next slide, Chris.
Right. Case Newman, sample sputum.
Here it is again. It's the same, Chris. Look, it's the same.
Let me see.
See the TB cells? Those narrow, straight rods? TB bacillus. And the particles of silica? That crystalline silicon is only present in anthracite. The soft coal men never have it.
Do you think we're getting somewhere?
We're getting to the point where we can publish, I think. I wonder if I dare.
Why not?
We've got controls, the men from the soft coal pits. The results on the menagerie here are good, too.
Guinea pigs with tuberculosis.
Yes, and those exposed to the soft coal specimens never get it. I wonder if we dare. A paper in the medical journal now might start a few other men on this subject. I'll go. Hello, Mr. Owen. Good evening, sir. Come in.
Thank you. I just stopped by the hospital, Doctor. Sam Bevan's arm is doing fine. 2 weeks now and not a trace of infection.
I'm glad of that. Sit down, won't you?
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to have the opportunity of talking to you, Doctor. Don't be downhearted if you're having a bit of setback to begin with, like. They're a little stiff, the folks here, but they're all right at heart. They don't get much out of life. It's our job to try to make things better for them.
You know, I think I've already stumbled on something along that line.
You have now?
A lot of the men have diseases of the lungs. And I've a hunch it's caused by the dust in the mines, the anthracite mines.
But they've worked in the dust for years.
I'm not sure yet. But I think the worst thing is a chemical reaction on the lungs from the silica in the coal. I've gone over all the medical literature on the subject, and there's no mention of any such industrial disease. And when the men are laid up or develop tuberculosis, they don't get a penny of compensation.
My goodness, Doctor, you're really talking. I never heard anything so important for a long time.
Well, Gadge, how's business today?
Not very good.
Oh?
Mrs. Evans was just here. She took her husband's card.
But why? His knee is doing fine.
She was the 12th today.
Not many left, are there?
No, sir.
I wish I understood it.
Ben Jenkins always been trying to stir up trouble because he refused his certificate. The men grumble about examinations and no pink medicine. And Jenkins been going from house to house talking about your guinea pig experiment.
But I'm trying to help them. Can't they understand that? Medicine won't do any good unless I know what's really wrong. I'm going to find out, Gadge. And they can't stop me.
I hope they can't, sir.
Andrew. Oh, Andrew.
Chris, what's wrong?
We had some visitors today just now.
Who?
A deputation from the committee. Ben Chenkin was there, his son, a man named Davies.
What did they want?
They asked for you. I told them you were out. They came in anyway. They said it was the committee's house and they could come in any time they wanted to. I managed to ask them why they demanded entrance. They said it had come to the ears of the committee that you were performing experiments on animals. Vivisection, they dared call it. And so they'd come to look at your workroom and brought Mr. Davies, the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals man, along with them.
Go on, Dave.
I tried to stop them, Andrew. I tried. But they pushed past me through the hall into our lab. Jenkins saw the stain on the board where I dropped the fusine that time, and he let out a roar. Ever look at that blood? He shoved all those little animals in a bag. I tried to talk to them, Andrew, but they wouldn't listen. They took those little animals and they went away.
Never mind, dear. Now, never mind. I never heard such rank impertinence in all my life. And you had to put up with it. I'll make them pay for it. I'll get Owen out to call the committee into session.
I'm afraid that's already been done, Andrew.
What? By whom?
Some of the men. Owen stopped by to leave word for you. The meeting's called for tomorrow, and you're to be there.
And you all know what he's been up to. He don't give medicine. All he gives is examinations. He don't give proper certificates to the men who ain't fit for work. He handles them animals with cruelty. And I know you're with me one and all. When I say here and now, we demand Dr. Manson's resignation.
Perhaps you'll allow Dr. Manson to state his case?
Gentlemen, I believe you are prejudiced enough to think I would like to fight you. Maybe you still think I've been wasting my time in a lot of foolish experiments. Chenkin drowned the animals I was using in my work. That was cruelty, if you like, useless cruelty. Why do you men take white mice and canaries down the mines to test for black damp? And when those mice get a whiff of the gas, do you call that cruelty? No, you don't. You realize that those animals have saved men's lives, and that's what I've been trying to do for you. I've spent every minute of my spare time on this inhalation problem to try to find out something which might improve your working conditions, give you a fairer deal, keep you in health. What if I did use a dozen guinea pigs? Don't you think it was worth it?
Vote! Vote! Let's have a vote!
Very well. Those in favor of demanding Dr. Manson's resignation, say aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded? I'm glad to tell you, Dr. Manson, that the committee by a majority has asked you to remain.
Thank you, Mr. Owen. I'm glad that the committee doesn't wish me to go. But I'm sorry. I can't wait on in Avalaw any longer. I give the committee notice from today.
Good riddance.
Shut your senseless mouth, Ben Jenkins. We've lost the best man we ever had.
It's interesting to look back on some of the unusual milestones in the progress of motor transportation over the last half-century or so. To recall one, for instance, on a grey November morning in the London of 1896, at a public breakfast, a man named Lord Winchelsea rose to his feet. Gravely and deliberately he drew a red flag from beneath the table and slowly tore it in half. There was a storm of applause from the assembled guests. A significant milestone had been passed. It was this. For the first time, a motor car could legally travel a British road without a man in front having to wave a red flag. Yes, it took men of vision to realize that the motor car was something the people wanted. It took organizations like General Motors to bring those motor cars to the people. General Motors Holdings, a link in the chain of Australia's progress, a partner in Australia's future.